What's good, people? What's good? Calling Khan Saturday night, a little bit later than usual. I don't know. Is it me? Yeah, I guess it's me to blame. You know what I mean? I picked up this habit of going football on Saturday nights, man. And sometimes you need that extra hour or two to recover. I mean, I was just telling Zuberi off air, BILAL wasn't even there. You know what I mean? Don't smile now, Zuberi, man. Like, I was telling him, he goes, how are you? I said, I'm in a bad way. And then Zuberi's like, oh shit, hope you're okay. I go, no, it's all okay. I just can't walk up the stairs right now. Because I went football for 2 weeks in a row. Bilal, you see my performance last week, yeah?
Yeah, man. That's all I was watching. I was analysing.
All I'm saying is, you know what I mean? The evil eye got me.
It ain't easy, man.
It ain't easy, bro.
100%.
Like I was telling Zuberi, last week I played football after 9 years for the first time. And this week I played again like a week later. I should have said no. But you know, football is one of those games where you just can't say no, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling it today. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm in aches and pains and all sorts. But the show must go on, as they say. The show must go on. People demand the call-in show. People demand to be heard. People demand to be listened to and their opinions put forward. So going to help me today, Bilal and Zubs. What's going on, people? Hope you guys are feeling much better than I am.
Yeah, man. We're doing well. Zubs, do you want to go first? Tell us how you've been, man.
Yeah, I've been good, you know. Grizz got this famous line, football is a humbler, man. I just got humbled today. Went and see Disney on Ice with the fam. And tears was just flowing, man. Ain't even in tears worthy, bro. I was just there. Family is smiling. And I'm just like tearing up the whole way.
There's nothing more beautiful than that. That is nothing more beautiful than that. That's wicked. You're on mute. You're on mute. Oh, he's meaning to be mute. Sorry.
Yeah,
Bilal,
so. Yeah.
What you been doing?
Nah, listen, today I'll take responsibility for this time, you know. Today was my fault. Long day. I don't know what I did last night. Didn't sleep too much. Woke up doing, you know what it is? You know, it's a Saturday. You just want to enjoy your Saturday. So what happens is, I don't mind waking up early just to get everything done. And then I come now, it's the evening. I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling a bit funny. Let me go have a little nap. So yeah, listen, guys, I had to get recharged for this call-in show because listen, it's a World Cup's here. I need to be ready, man. There's certain men that are dropping like flies right now. I don't want to drop out like a fly. So I'm getting ready. I'm recovering. I'm making sure that I'm going to make it for this World Cup. At the
very end, man. It's true, man. Players are dropping like flies. And I don't know about you guys. I know you've been quite hyped up this weekend about it, Bilal. I see your tweets, and I see you getting really hyped up for this World Cup. I wasn't feeling it, I'm not going to lie, until today. And you know what? Today, what got me in the mood? I'm not even going to lie. Today, what got me in the mood was that R9 documentary, you know. I watched that R9 documentary. And again, as I was telling Zuberi, like, as you get older, you get a bit more emotional. And you feel the emotions, and the emotions get to you. Like, I've never been a crier. Like, you know, certain mans that get emotional easy. I'm very strong like that. But as I've realized I get older, things get to me, man. And there's Ronaldo, millionaire, who's had a magnificent career, but I was a little bit teary-eyed, man, because I was thinking this guy's career could have been so much more. Because he was phenomenon. He was the phenomenon. I don't know. Have you seen it? You hear what I'm feeling? You feel what I'm feeling?
Bro, I feel everything, man.
You know that line at the end? I tweeted it, guys. Zuberi, there's one line he says he says, there's one PR manager that goes through him with all the injuries and everything throughout everything, yeah? The highs and the lows and everything. And when they're winning, how much were they winning? When they knew they won the World Cup and he's on the subs bench against Germany. And he turns around to him and he goes, that was one of the most emotional hugs. He hugs him and he says, God's been good to me, hasn't he? Bro, that broke me, you know. That broke me. I thought, football's a humbler. Football's a humbler. And that got me. So, and after that, I'm ready for the World Cup, Bilal. I'm ready now for the World Cup. You have to be, right?
You have to be, man. That's the one thing I love about Brazilians. See that little line I said at the end, always love how they're always like, God's been good to me. Like, they're always so humble, regardless. that Ronaldo's personality with how good he is, he could have been a completely different guy, you know. But he's so calm.
I swear to God, I said that to my son. I said, look at this guy. Compare him to the fucking current Ronaldo that we may speak on. Or we may not, depending on if anybody wants to speak on him. But that Ronaldo had everything and more at that time. And look at the way he came across, man. Look at the way he was speaking. Look at the way he was talking about life and everything. Bro, that was beautiful to see. Yeah, I just realized I'm going to put it in slow mod. I'll do that. But yeah, I don't know if you still want to speak on that.
Yeah, man. Honestly, that documentary was just fantastic. Like that, you know, like he could have been so much more. To think what he could have done if he wasn't getting those injuries, if he managed to stay fit. But one thing about Brazil and one thing about Ronaldo or Pele or Neymar, see, these guys, they got a hero complex thing going on in Brazil. That's the one thing as well. They have to have that guy who's going to lead them like the Messiah. So the pressure that comes with that is insane. And I didn't know about that story when he was talking to Roberto Carlos about him, you know, what happened to him before the World Cup final. It was in '98, and how he was like had a fit pretty much, man. He's had a seizure, he's been unconscious, everything. Nobody knew, but still he came out from that and still tried to play, man, or he did play. And you know, I just think his character is just insane, man. Like you have to respect guys like that. And then after that, obviously, they didn't go on to show what he did at Real Madrid after. But still, man, the guy had a glorious career still.
That was strange. Why didn't they show that, do you reckon? I
think for him, like, you know how he said, like, from 98 to, like, 2002? I think those 4 years, like, really shaped him. I think those were the years where I think he went through the most struggles. He went through, and he came out the other side. That's why
they want to focus on
want to focus on that era of his career. And especially that when they went to Inter as well, like, it wasn't easy. Like Inter, they signed him, they finished 8th. Everything's going wrong. The manager hates him pretty much. He's Argentinian. The dynamics are crazy.
Bro, I've changed my mind, you know. I've been back in Argentina. Fuck Argentina because of Hector Cooper. Bro, what did he do to him, man? He ruined ruined Ronaldo, bro.
He didn't want to, but you know what? In a way, it might have been better because obviously he ended up using him, but maybe he put less pressure on him to actually, you know, come back and be that main star again for Inter. At the end of the day, Scolari took him. It was okay, and Brazil always believed in him. That's the one thing. Brazil, regardless of the injuries, are always waiting for him, man.
Riddler, how did you work out? We're talking about Cristiano, man. Come on, get out of here. Come on, we can't be talking about it. Yeah, man, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. R9, what a guy. I love him, best ever. You cannot love him, man. Let's get through some comments. Big up, lads. Zuberi, you ain't seen it. I need you to go and get it. Watch it because You Never Walk Alone is asking what platform is it on. So
you can watch on BBC. BBC if in the UK, BBC 4. So go on iPlayer, you'll see it there.
Yeah, but Zuberi's out in New York, innit?
I don't know.
No, I'll find it, bro. I'm the god at finding anything. But I'm gonna skip it, bro. I find out I might be a crier, you know, man.
I think it was meant to be on the Zone in America.
I cried watching Napoli's what's it, Maradona. I cried watching Maradona's.
That's understandable as well. But he was a bit of a different character. Ronaldo was humble, man. Ronaldo was nice, and you hear him speak now with Roberto Carlos. It's like us guys, man, speaking, man. It was so refreshing. I enjoyed it. Oliver says Zoob's endgame must be to patent net phones. This brother moves differently.
You have to.
No, man.
Get the money, man. Even you know what? Even Ronaldo's mad. You know, for what? Even last year when Anthony Martial went on loan to Sevilla, Ronaldo sent him like the maddest video. Like I think he was in conjunction also with Sevilla, saying like, "I hope you do your best." Da da da.
Yeah,
imagine the little boost people are getting from that. And also another thing that I loved was when he got injured and Zidane went out of his way to go see him. Like these guys are proper guys, man.
Yeah, but they're proper people. Proper humble people. And look what Ronaldo. Look what Zidane says to him. Like, you're amazing. I've come to see you. Do your thing. I need you at the World Cup. Things
Football
like that.
Needs you.
Football needs you, sorry.
Yeah. Did you guys see the one on Robinho? Was it Robinho, the striker that had the father issue?
Was it?
There's a Brazilian man. Was it Robinho?
Was it Adriano? You may be
Adriano. Yeah.
Adriano. Yeah. I was gonna say Robinho is
waterworks.
Trying to speak. That guy.
Rainfall settings, bro. Daddy issues.
Adriano one is mad. Like
I give up on these documentaries, man. Pulling tears out of me, man. I don't know if I can do no more.
So let's clear this up. Reverend, Grizz calling is for members, right? What happens for us viewers who can't do membership because we're in a country which we can't? First and foremost, no, it's not a members only. Secondly, I don't know of an issue of any country that you can't become a member.
Yeah, there's some countries that don't allow super chats or memberships through YouTube.
Yeah,
so it's
no
a real
problem.
thing. It's a real thing.
Let me know. No problem.
Yeah, I'd like to know what countries.
That's exactly. And thirdly, it's not a call-in show at the moment, only for members, but they get priority because that's one of the perks they get.
I want to say it's like Thailand or one of those.
In Gibraltar,
yeah. Oh, he's in Gibraltar.
Yeah, some of these
Gibraltar part of the UK, no?
What's going on there? I don't know. But yeah, Reverend, man, I'll see your name if you're in the queue, man. You know what I mean? It's not callers only at all. But people, you already know, man. Here's the link. I've put it it's pinned in the chat if you want to come in. There's over 100, coming up to 100 people here right now. Can you guys smash a like before we get into some of the callers and we get this show on the road? Someone saying in the chat, can you send the link again for the membership? Yeah, I need to work on that. Bilal, you've let me down, man.
Yeah, honestly, guys, if you can't, just press the join button. It's literally right there. Most people should be able to press the join button. If not, go to the homepage of Grizz's channel. So if you go on Grizz's channel, then it will also take you to click the join button. But the join button should just be there, and you should be able to just literally sign up in a couple seconds. So
okay.
Hopefully that makes sense.
Cool. My boy Isan is in the building. He says, Grizz, your performance was sick, but talk to beat my Bergkamp goal. I'm not gonna lie, Bilal. One of my guys today, he just recreated that Bergkamp famous, even though he's a Chelsea fan. I don't know why he mentioned the Bergkamp, but he recreated that Bergkamp magic, man. So
which magical goal? Because there's too many.
There's too many. There's too many, actually. No, it was the Leicester one. It was the Leicester one.
Leicester.
Yeah. Do you remember the Leicester one? I don't know if you remember. He chests it and in one movement he controls it, and a bit of pressure on him. I don't know. He's gonna say. I don't know. Let me see if he. Let me see if he reminds me if it was the Leicester one. I thought it was a Leicester one. But yeah, people, do what Aaron says, man. Come on, let's smash up the like button. Start getting in. So Zoobs, man, what are you saying? What are you telling me? We had a little chat about Curtis Jones and the man yesterday. Your comments sparked up a whole heap of fury on some people. I don't know if some people are going to want to come back at you today. I don't know. We may have, we may not have. But it was nice. We had a wicked show.
But it wasn't at the same time, because when you jumped on backstage, somebody called me. Shout out to Stefan if you're watching. He hit me up and was like, bro, you said some things that was good. You said some things I ain't really feeling. But we both end up agreeing that every player that really wants to leave Liverpool, it's like a year in advance policy. From Lovren, Shaqiri, Mane, Taki, I think that's what's going on. And me and him cooked up this little conspiracy about 10 minutes ago saying Fab might want to leave as well, you know, and we're just like put him on that year policy. So within the year, all types of issues just going to be popping up with Fab.
Interesting.
So
Fab is a crook, by the way. Let me just say that I'm not happy with what you've done. You nearly injured Bruno Guimaraes. You nearly injured Bruno, man. Newcastle Bruno. Like, we need him for the World Cup for Brazil, man.
What's this? Where? What? Injured
you don't know?
Where? What?
Nah, a bit of a bad tackle in training.
Come on, man. This is how these brothers train, man. This is why they're the most fiercest football nation, as well as being the Samba nation. They got to train like this. Don't be like bringing the Arsenal pussy holes like to training, man. You're talking about Arsenal mentality here, man.
Brazil going to train hard. We know.
Yeah, man.
But listen, if someone you think they're allowed to tackle Neymar in training like hard? I don't think
that's
so.
True.
There's no chance. Anyone goes a little hard on Neymar, mate. Tite's just phew. Training over, guys. Everyone go home.
Who's your favourites anyway? I haven't even asked you before we get into the thing.
It has to be Brazil, man, especially after watching the doc. But I've always been Brazil. But it's one of those ones, man. Like it's not gonna happen, is it? Like we keep saying Brazil. I don't really. You know what? I've never been someone who supported Argentina ever. I remember I've always had people like, I hope Argentina win. I don't want them to win, but I want Messi to win. So I don't know how this works. So
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah,
I hate some of the boys in there. I hate Otamendi in there. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't like De Paul, Di Maria, little rat.
I love Di Maria. I'm not gonna lie, but I've never been a fan of Argentina as a whole. Like even the way they play, I don't know what it is, but I love Messi, so I don't know what to do. But hopefully, if it's not England, You know,
No,
Brazil.
you're safe. You're safe. It's not.
Yeah, if Brazil do it, then man, at least
What about
Neymar
you,
will be able to
Zips?
get it.
Nah, I need it to happen for Mbappe, you know. I think
Oh
this can be
yeah.
the
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it can be the balance for his career though, man, because his off the field antics and attitude is actually going up.
What do you mean
And it's
going
not
up?
like
What do you mean going up?
it's just getting
In
louder
a
and
bad
louder,
way.
man. Yeah. So
Okay, so
we
it's
need
going
him to come
down.
back to
Oh
football.
no
Yeah,
no.
we need him to come back to football. Lifting up a World Cup,
Mm.
there's gonna be a lot more football talk around him, and maybe he can leave France or something and come to a different league at this point. With 2 World Cups leaving France, I think that's good, you know, because here's the thing: a lot of young people come out, or young players, they come out and they hit the ground running, and then around 24 to 26, they just taper off. You know what I'm saying? Theo Walcott, Wilshere. Most of them are Arsenal fans, are players, to be fair. So maybe it's an Arsenal thing, but you know, there's a few around the world. It's the same thing going for them as well. They just kind of just fall off around 24, 26. And you're like, yo, what happened to that guy? Had a lot of promise. And I don't want him to just be, oh, he was just in a good team that won it. I want him to really step up and grab. I think this is his moment. For as young as he is, 2 World Cup, you know, vital part in it. It can be a big moment for him, or it can just be the piece in his career where everything just capitulates. Because I'm telling you, the off the field noise is getting louder and louder.
No,
it's not
and
really
it's a thing. It's a thing in the modern day. It's in the modern day game and era. It's a thing. I hear you. I think you're spot on with that. He needs to be. I'm sorry. I'm going to use the line because it's so relevant. Football's a humbler. He needs to be humbled. He needs to realize that football is the reason why he is who he is. So he needs to perform and show himself. And to be fair to him, he's backed it up so far.
So far, but he should be humble after what happened in the Euros, man. Missing the penalty, all of that. But if Mbappe leads France in these circumstances with the injuries they've had and they win another World Cup with the manager they have, let's be honest, most of us don't rate him. You know, if France can do it and Mbappe is leading them, I think that's legacy stuff. That's crazy. 2 World Cups.
Oh, it
at
is.
this stage.
No.
This changes the conversation even around him because this is ridiculous if he did it. But it is highly unlikely he does do it. But yeah, now he's a super talent, regardless whether France win this World Cup or not. He's going to enjoy his next few years at PSG. And then after that, he's probably going to leave on a free transfer. I don't know where he's going to go. If Real Madrid maybe come back for him and pretend, you know, whatever happened last summer didn't happen. We'll see. But I'd love to see him in the Premier League, man. We need these stars. You know, not every day.
Our owners are cooking up something in the background.
You never know who's, bro.
You know what I mean, if we get
in
some
3 years,
owners
in 3 years, 2025, right? Newcastle could spend crazy money to get him, but who knows, man? We'll see.
People are saying don't rule out X, Y, Z. Let's read out some of the countries that people are saying. Lala saying France or Germany. Omar saying hi, just popping in to say my next interaction is a 3 a.m. selfie. My guy, you know, he's mad. Jean Rene says I'm supporting Brazil. Outside shout for Portugal. Yeah, man, there's loads of shouts out for Argentina. Isan is saying, listen, guys, don't write off USA. Okay,
Wow,
we have someone waiting to call in who may have something to say about that. Qatar says Uruguay to win it. That's my people there. I'm going for
predictor, right?
I'm going for Uruguay. I'm going for your. One member's put up the link there, guys. Apparently, that's the correct link if you want to become a member of the channel. That's the correct link right there. I don't know if you want to save that, Bills, and then sort that out in your own time as well. Portugal. Not many people are fancying Portugal, man. Zubs, what's Portugal saying to you? Are you feeling Portugal anything?
I think they got tainted, you know. Couple years now. The atmosphere just haven't looked promising. Like a few men either went to a dead club or the development over there. Something is really off. You know, Ronaldo is hinting that it's the modern game and the shift in temperament. I mean, he's a legend. Do I take it at face value? Something's off. And he's the first one to really say something about it from the inside. So only time will tell once he finally retires and other people are going to let us know what the real deal was. So right now we only have one take.
I wasn't feeling Portugal until I saw this picture today. And I was like, they look serious.
Yeah, that's serious business, you know.
I was like,
did you see my hairstyle yesterday? Did you see my hairstyle yesterday, Bilal?
Yeah. I saw it. It looked
Yeah,
good.
serious times, you know. This picture is serious.
No, man, you guys ain't falling for suits pictures, man. Come on, man. Every
Come
team
on,
looks
man.
crisp in suits, man. What do you mean by this? Like, it's
Nah, I
serious?
saw
Like,
the
what?
Brazil picture. Listen, it
Nah,
was just a little look like a school assembly kind of vibe. This is different. This
this
is
is a
Really?
double
coming.
entendre, you
Yeah,
know.
this was coming, man.
This
They're
is a
coming.
double entendre. That could be a celebration suit or a funeral suit for killing all these teams, bro.
You're ahead of me, then, guys. I don't know. I don't know what. Ain't doing shit for me.
You ain't buying the
I mean,
rent a tux vibes.
You know what I mean? Morocco has
Oh,
played
hey, nah,
Samuel
Samuel
Eto'o.
Eto'o. I'm gonna find this picture. This man is a criminal, man. His
What's he?
prediction.
Why are you
I'll
calling
show
him?
you. The other day he said he's better than Henry, which you're not. And then now what he's done with the World Cup predictions. I'll get it up. Give me a second. I'll find
Are
it.
they as crazy as Omar's and mine we done the other day? Did you see our
This is
prediction?
even Omar couldn't dream of doing what Eto'o's done.
Really?
This is like
I'm
when
talking-
Yaya Toure played a 2-7-2 formation, whatever he played. Remember, like 20
Uncle
strikers.
Yaya. You can't mess with
Yeah.
Uncle Yaya, man.
World
Uncle
Cup in the
Yaya's.
winter have a lot of people acting out of character, man. We need to go back to the summer, man, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of serious vibes in the air, you know. Chest
It's
sticking
good,
out.
man. It's good.
I love it, you know. I love it.
It's
But
good.
some
Listen,
feelings gonna get hurt in January.
I think we're over 20 minutes in now. We've done a little introduction. Hope everyone's in the vibe. Hope
Get the
everyone's in the
people
building
in.
now. Let's get the likes up as we come in. We're going to start getting some callers in now and then see what they want to speak on, because today is all about the callers' opinions, agendas, narratives, whatever you guys want to say or speak on. Let's get the first caller in, who is Mr. Jamie Keegan in the building. Most welcome, sir. Hope you're keeping well.
Yes. So, Grizz, BILAL, very nice to see everyone. As you can see, this is where I'm at.
Okay. So hold on. Before we go any
What is
further,
this traitor doing? What are you doing?
yeah. What is right? Okay. What is this? Unless Jamie is a USA supporter that got Brazil in the sweepstakes, so we're gonna give him some leeway and explain.
I have legitimate reasonings here. My wife
Fair.
is Brazilian. I get to have dual citizenship celebration.
Okay, you
during
win.
this World Cup. I get to.
Winner, chicken dinner. Right there.
I don't get to make the rules, but I came here to talk about Alisson Becker, and
Okay.
I had this realization after the Southampton game, watching the highlights on my phone. And although Darwin Núñez was brilliant in that game, brilliant, complete striker package, the effort and the performance from Alisson Becker struck me in my mind that I've never seen someone play the goalkeeper position with the way in which Alisson does. The way he makes the most incredible saves look so easy in terms of point blank range, reaction time of seemingly if there was some matrix shit, he's doing it. And when I think about the form that he's had for the last 4 years or so at Liverpool, he's been absolutely stellar, with the exception of a small patch after his father died, which I think everyone can lift their hands up and say, I think we all understand why he was playing that way. And that's on the back of, at the end of the season, he was the one who saved us for Champions League with that header goal. I mean, there's so many instances of things where you can say this player has done things that are out of the ordinary. And I really think he might be not only one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not the best. I think he's one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. And with that being said, with the amount of games that you play in a World Cup, I believe it's 6 or 7 getting to the final, I really back him to stand in that net for Brazil, be big, and give them a shot to win every single game because of how good he is, without talking about the rest of Brazil. But then when you go into the rest of Brazil, right, we'll see that. We'll leave that for 1 second before I get to their offense. But in terms of if you go into a shootout situation, I know we have Queven Kelleher, who's one of the best penalty shootout goalkeepers in the world. Alisson is a big presence in net. I back him to win shootouts for Brazil. So we'll leave Alisson to the side for a second, but I'm picking Brazil to win. I really think the amount of pace, strength, and different dynamism that they can throw at you with Neymar, Vinny Jr., they're just such a scary prospect before you even talk about Rodrigo coming off the bench, Gabriel Martinelli coming off the bench. And here's why I think Teach decided not to bring Firmino. He decided to bring Pedro, and he decided to bring Richarlison over Firmino. I don't agree with it, but I understand why, assuming that Teach thought I need to have different options and looks for different scenarios. Richarlison can play across the three, left, right, middle. He's not as good as Rodrigo, Vinicius, or Gabriel Martinelli, but in terms of injuries, he can fulfill those three in the front three. Pedro is a classic conventional number 9 striker, and I saw him play earlier this year when I was in Brazil. And he's more than a big lad that you can lump the ball up to. He's got qualities that Darwin has, where he has the full striker shot package. He's got a right foot, left foot, one-time finish. He's good in the air. And so for those reasons, I think Teach must have assumed I need to go with the strength of depth as opposed to Bobby Firmino, who's a little bit of a unicorn, the way Evan likes to say. But the most like for like would be something similar to Neymar with Bobby. And I think everyone knows, okay, if I need to go for the strength of depth approach, Bobby's going to have to sit this one out. But I really back Brazil to win. I'm super excited to watch this World Cup. And I'll tell you why. In my school where I teach, I initially hadn't been excited about the World Cup, but we decided to do a World Cup celebration focusing on the cultures and the people of this World Cup taking part. And so every single classroom in the school was assigned a nation. And so when you walk through the school, every single classroom door is designed with the flag and information and facts about the different countries, cultures, and players at this World Cup. And walking through, you know, I understand the ramifications of everything that's led for this World Cup to be here. But in terms of just focusing on the joy that it can bring to kids, that's what got me excited for this World Cup. So
I'm gonna start off by saying about the goalkeeper points that you made. And again, always good to get someone from the outside. Me, Zuberi, and you are Liverpool fans, so we know what we see with Alisson. But what do you see with Alisson, Bilal, from the outside? Like this keeper that you see him come to the Premier League, made a couple of mistakes in his first season, trying to dribble out, pass out, whatever. But I mean, everything Jamie said, I'm feeling it, man. I mean, but are we overhyping him? Are we overblowing him? Or do you see the saves he makes and think this guy is so serious?
Not a chance. If I had Alisson in my team, do you know how shameless I would be? This guy has been like Liverpool. Like Liverpool for me this season, how many good players have you had like consistently every single game? Alisson, okay, Salah, maybe Harvey Elliott. He's been decent out of a lot of the other players. But outside of that, for the most part of the season, Alisson's been head and shoulders like sometimes Liverpool's only good player on the pitch. And one-on-one, what a guy. You can play a high line because you know you got Alisson behind you. You're not worried. Like if it's one-on-one, Alisson even thrives in those positions. Like when he gets one-on-one, I always back Alisson. Like he's gonna make the save. Like surely it's Alisson, man. Like he's gonna.
He's got that. You know, like how we give Virgil van Dijk this chat about aura and the way sometimes he defends like without exerting effort or to the eyes, the eye test. You think to yourself, he's not being serious, but yeah, he's always coming out top. Alisson, you never see him shouting and going mad like Ramsdale, for example. Just giving an example.
Yeah, no, of course.
He just quietly just stops you in your tracks.
So calm. That's what makes him
scary.
Carries
on with his business. Yeah.
That's what makes him scary, man. He's so, for me, he's easily the best goalkeeper in the world right now. And especially when you look at the other goalkeepers, like there was a time where it was always a debate with the Neuers, the De Gea's, the Oblaks. Like it felt kind of close. But right now, it's not even close. The next best goalkeeper probably in the Premier League that most people say is probably like an Ederson. And for me, Alisson and Ederson are miles apart in terms of Alisson is a way better goalkeeper than Ederson. That's my opinion. I'm not really the biggest fan of an Ederson. But you look at what Alisson can bring, and then you look at the defense now. I know people talk about the fullbacks of Brazil, and yes, you can get at them, but maybe Eder Militao could do a job at right back. You never know. That makes it solid with Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, okay, Sandro Tellers, who knows who will play on that left back position, really. But that defense is not looking as bad as maybe some people would like to make it out to be. So for me, yeah, I think Alisson is just incredible. And then when you look at the other options in their team, that's where the fun really starts to begin for us, man.
Zoob's quick chat on quick opinion on Allison, and then we're going to get into the Brazil options. I've actually got a predicted lineup and sort of bits and bobs about them.
Everything you guys said was spot on. From the moment we got him, he was like the next best thing. Like, yo, whoever gets him is gonna get a hell of a player. And I'm so glad we got him. There was some moments I'm seeing Brazil putting Edison over him. I'm not sure if it's just because of the opponent or just giving him a run out because of his city accolades. Like, I want to say Edison have more clean sheets than him. I think Pope and another guy's up there as far as the highest, but I'm hoping your Brazil coach don't look at that and go, all right, I'm only using Allison here and there, and the games he's not being used cause you guys to lose out on some vital points or something like that. Because based on the way you're talking right now, if Allison keeps a clean sheet and then Edison goes in and, you know, just have a stinker and then you guys don't do as well because of Edison, Jamie, I hope you can take that very well and just know that football is a humbler, you know?
No, Zubairi for sure. And I think I hope Teach uses his reasoning. Allison was the starting goalkeeper for Brazil in Copa America in 2019. I was at the final in the Maracanã. Sure enough, Brazil win. I believe the last Copa America, Ederson was the starter. Ederson was the starter in the final, and they ended up losing to Argentina, as we all know. And, you know, I reserve the right to say Ederson should get a shout. But I think right now with the chips down and like last World Cup Allison was in, it's time to put the big dogs in, and Allison is the big dog in that position.
Okay, so we got a predicted lineup. I don't know how close this will be to the actual lineup, but what do you think about this? Do we think this is going to be as close as to the lineup as possible? Probably. I mean, I
I'm
don't
not happy
know.
with one guy. I'm not happy with one guy in that lineup already.
Well,
The
I'm
guy
not
next
seeing.
to Casemiro. I'm not happy.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not seeing. I'm not seeing Silva.
I think from what I was reading in some Brazilian reports that Militão is going to go to right back and that it's going to be Marquinhos and Thiago in the middle.
It has to be,
Yeah.
surely. It has to be at this point. That's what I would play. That's the strongest defense, surely. Like, unless he wants to keep Militao as an option who can cover. You know, sometimes you could do that, just keep him on the bench. And he, you know, depending on the situation, if he needs to go right back, cool. If he needs to go centre back, cool. But he's so good, man. You've got to just play him for me from the beginning anyway. But that Fred Casemiro thing in there, please. We don't want to see. It's probably going to be Casemiro Paqueta. But because it's Serbia, I wouldn't even be surprised. And we talked about Serbia and the team that they've got. It's probably going to be the toughest game of the group. You never know. Maybe he goes Bruno and a Fred, or Paqueta and a Fred,
can people
and do something like that.
Can people that have watched Brazil a lot in the last 12 months, or not even probably 6 months or whatever, 6 months to 12 months, Jamie, maybe you can come in. Like, is he playing the Fred and Casemiro pivot? Because I was told that he does. He likes Fred. Fred is a very valuable member of this squad. But obviously, we've been watching Paqueta and Guimarães in the Premier League. So we're thinking, yo, how's Guimarães not in this? I understand Fabinho not being in there because, yeah, we've all seen Fabinho. But Guimarães, Jamie?
The thing for me with Teach is he's very pragmatic. He really does take the essence of the Samba football and puts it in a different perspective, where his channels of the pitch are very defined, where he likes Neymar to be the person who comes into the midfield as a free ball carrier to distribute to the rest of the front three, where those other two guys are sitting typically as a shield for the defense and blockers before you can even get people running in the channels. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of a set at the back, including the two almost stopper center defensive midfielder players, with Neymar being the only one who's really dropping deep at points when they're in the other opposition half going and attacking. But, you know, I think there could be some versatility with this Brazil side, considering, look, when you have Casemiro who's 30, when you have players who, like Fabinho, are 30, you do need some energy in there. And so I wouldn't be surprised if later in games, if it's not working with his double pivot, he then goes for a midfielder that's more akin to an 8 as opposed to a 6. But we'll see.
No, interesting. You guys like the rest of that? So basically it was, sorry, I took it out. Oops. So let's say let's assume that it's one difference in defense, like we suggested it will be. How about that front four? You feeling that,
There's
Zeus
one
or
guy
Bilal?
there that I know.
Go on.
I don't know if Jamie can back me up. I remember Tite. Either it was Zidane or Ancelotti. I can't remember who he asked, but there was a thing going around where he spoke to Real Madrid, and he said, "How do I get the best out of Vinicius Junior? Like I don't understand how to use him properly." I remember reading those reports, and from what I've been seeing, reading the Brazilian guys, they're telling us that Martinelli is killing it in training. He has been on fire. You see all the clips that are coming out from training. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe not first game, but towards the end of the tournament, just like the way Saka took it, the England right wing spot in the Euros, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing Martinelli take that left wing
Surely
spot.
Arsenal hype.
Nah, it's
Or is
not
it? Or
Arsenal
is it?
hype.
Or is it really?
Nah,
knows him.
he's onto something. He's onto something.
Okay. No, I'm just
but
saying. I'm just trying to.
I think Vinny will get his chance to say Martinelli hold bench for a little longer. But
Really?
if he ain't firing, man, Martinelli's on his heels, man. He's rated highly over there. It's not just Arsenal hype. Yeah, no, that kid is something, man. Even Klopp bigged him up.
No, I know that.
That kid is on
him.
everyone's radar, but I think Vinny, I think it's just what they call it, sentiment over there with the Vinny thing. Because they know there's something in there. It's just not as consistent. So I think they'll give him his chance to make his name stay. And if he slips up, man, Martinelli will definitely get that run out. And what I don't want them to do, which, I mean, I don't really care about it, is them just slotting Richarlison in there because of how dynamic he is in the front four position. Jamie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they'll throw him over there depending on the game and what they're looking for, right? Richarlison?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Richarlison adds the dynamic of with a player playing his back to goal that can feed the wings very, very well or play off a Neymar coming in that space. And so, look, as much as being from a Liverpool fan perspective, I don't exactly love Richarlison. I can't say that he's not an effective player. And I mean, knowing how poor those Everton teams were, where he did get some moments of brilliance out of them, I'm not saying he's on Bobby Firmino's level or on Neymar's level, but the guy obviously has talent and he's obviously there as a jigsaw to help them work in these different issues and things, because I think Gabriel Jesus is also someone who we're not talking about in terms of his dynamism, where he can do that role as well. I don't know if it's as good as Richarlison. Maybe it'll work with this lineup, but he's another guy who I think could really feed off scraps in the box. One opportunity falls to him, I'd put money on Gabriel Jesus to score 2-3 goals in this World Cup, no problem for Brazil. I definitely think he'll be effective as well.
The only area, and I've said this before as well, and I'm going to say it again, Jamie. Don't know if you've heard my opinions on the Brazil squad. The only area that worries me is that fullback area, in terms of it doesn't stack up to years gone by, where the fullbacks have been pivotal or high elite level quality. I'm definitely not feeling Danilo. Alexandro as well. Who's the other options? Alves is in the squad, I believe.
Alves is in the squad.
So. Is that Sevilla?
And Tellez is the other left back option. None of those four. I mean, we know Dani Alves is a Hall of Famer, so I'm not going down that route. But what I'm saying is, right now, none of those four options to me would worry me. In fact, I'd be telling my team to be targeting the fullback area, because you're not going to get, or you're not going to want Rafinha and Vinicius chasing backwards as well. So how much can Casemiro and Fred cover? Of course, we know they can cover a lot, but in that heat out there, unless, as you say, he plays a pragmatic back four, which is going to be solid and lay a decent foundation, and then let the front four, possible five, if he plays Paqueta or a more attacking player, let rip, right?
I think Militao right back with the Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, when they're on the ball, probably go into like a free, and then you might even go play Tellez then, because Tellez, attacking wise, even though defensively, yes, he's weak, but attacking wise, he can offer something.
That makes more sense.
Let him go free, and that could solve the problem of having weak fullbacks. But
that makes more sense.
Also, another thing, I would be shocked if Richarlison doesn't start, man. the way he's been scoring for Brazil recently it's been insane. He's wearing the number 9. I've seen the interviews he's doing. He's the man. You know, he feels like the man for Brazil. So he's got all this confidence, man. You have to play him, in my opinion. I think Richarlison's shown that you play him up front for Brazil, he's going to score. So for me, I would actually start him. And that's over my guy, Jesus. And I'd leave Jesus probably on the bench, and especially in the beginning, and see if there's a moment maybe for him to come on the wing or help up front, etc. And just be a different option, dynamic option off the bench.
Either way, there's some serious talent there then, right?
100%. They're stacked. They're stacked.
Options are stacked. Jamie, was there anything else that you wanted to speak about, my friend?
Nah, Grizz. I just want to say peace to all you guys, and have a great rest of the show. Crack on, and let's look forward to watching this World Cup until Premier League, the real football, comes back.
100%, bro. Pleasure as always. Look after yourself.
Nice talking to you, Jamie.
Nice to meet you.
Take care. Bye-bye. I like that Alisson prop, man. I always like Alisson prop, man. I don't know if he gets enough. I don't know. It's good, man. And with the Brazil shouts, yeah, man. That front, if that clicks, if that front 4-5 click, it's a problem for anyone. It's a problem.
Scary, man. It's scary. Like, I can't wait to watch it, man. I hope it works. I hope the hype that they have, like, it finally, you know, just.
But what I like about that team is the way you just told me and reminded me about how they could set up defensively.
Yeah.
And if you're telling me Militao, Marquinhos, and Silva, there's 3 one-on-one beasts right there. I'm telling you.
I think they're good enough to summon the heritage thing too. You know, I hate when people summon heritage in football. You know, I don't like it. You know. But
will be this? It'll be 6, baby, for Brazil this time, man. If they win, like, it's gonna be the 6th World Cup, man. Like, you know what? Like, it would be great. I can't lie. If it did happen, and I think for Neymar as well. And that's the thing. You know, we talked about the Ronaldo doc and how
I'm not feeling the Neymar. It would. I'm not. I've got the same sentiment towards. I've just seen Ronaldo documentary. Don't talk to me about Neymar.
Maybe because of your generation.
Yeah.
Us, like me, growing up, Neymar was like growing up like that. First YouTube kid that we were all watching since he was Santos. Like, we kind of grew up with Neymar. So it's one of those ones, if we see him win the World Cup finally and all the criticism and all the maybe bad decisions going to PSG, etc., and maybe wasting a few years and having a difficult time with injuries, etc., if he can get through this, get a World Cup, his legacy, man, it's going to be, you know, he's going to be able to talk with some of the great players that Brazil have had, at the very least.
I'd rather him not talk, you know. Yeah, no, let Mbappe talk. Yeah, his time is past, man. Yeah, his time is past.
No,
I'm with Grizz.
Neymar
Yeah.
feeling. No.
I rate him, but I don't want to keep saying the off the field thing. But
yeah, let me explain my version of opinion, and then you go. When BILAL said that, like, he said it, I want Neymar to that legacy thing and that feel good factor. I've still got Ronaldo R9 in my head, who was a humbler and twice the player. Don't get me wrong, Neymar's ridiculously talented, like ridiculously. Some of the shit Neymar can do, people can only dream of doing. But I'm not feeling the securing the legacy like a Messi. I'm not feeling it in terms of, yeah, he needs to do it and what. Well,
but who's
he going to become better then? Or in terms of legacy names, like, he's not going to overtake Ronaldo, Maradona, Messi.
Yeah, no, of course not. He will never be on. He will never put him on that level. But in terms of his talent alone, the left foot, the right foot, the dribbling, the space awareness, everything about Neymar, talent-wise, he's probably one of the best footballing talents we've seen in the last 20 years. That's how good he really is. So for me, and the thing is, I talked about the hero complex of Brazil. Neymar had a lot of that pressure before. His goal record is insane, you know, for Brazil. But that pressure of having that nation on his back, and then the way they collapsed when he wasn't there for that 7-1 against Germany, for example, you know, I think that really took the stuffing out of them. But now he's going to be the facilitator, man. The number 10, the pressure's not really on him to even score the goals, man. He's there, yes, if he gets a goal or two, good. But really and truly, he just has to have good performances. Just play free. And I think that's the Neymar. We're going to see him actually enjoy playing, you know, this World Cup.
You hear that, Zuberi?
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it still. Yeah, you can leave him with that, man. Here's the thing. Football is a humbler. I'm going to keep saying this. he needs to understand that there's level to this. And he, even though he has the raw talent to be at a high level, he never really used it, was never really consistent in certain games or certain moments of his career. He went to PSG, made a big stink, broke transfer record and the whole way transfer setup. He's the reason prices got inflated. He almost single-handedly ruined transfer market, man.
Wait, Azub, as a Liverpool fan, you have to.
Hey.
Nah, you have to. If it wasn't for Neymar, there's no Van Dijk, there's no Alisson, because that domino that came with the Coutinho money.
We're doing what ifs and splits.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
bro,
Bilal might be onto something here.
Yeah,
Hold
bro,
on.
you guys have Liverpool
Grizz,
fans,
you're
you have to
entertaining it.
respect
Grizz, you saw me.
No, I'm just saying, I'm here. I'm the facilitator today, brother. I'm the facilitator today. Go on, Bilal might be onto something here.
Listen, Neymar, that transfer was 222 million euros. Barcelona have a lot of money. What did they do? Go buy Coutinho. 150 was it? All that money. We know sell to buy. That Liverpool team wouldn't be the same if that transfer never happened. You know, imagine the universe of Neymar not going to PSG. Liverpool were the biggest beneficiaries out of all of this.
I didn't even see that side.
They left broke. Yeah, Barcelona left out of this situation broke. Look at them now. Done. They're finished. Yeah, it's gonna take maybe another 2-3 years longer to maybe just recover and get back to the glory. PSG still look at the way structure now with Mbappe. The only team that benefited from Neymar going to PSG is Liverpool. So come on, guys.
Listen, that's why I need him to be humble, because can you imagine if he's proven right? He can have one over us, Grizz. So Neymar can't lift that trophy. He needs to just peter out, bro.
Let's get some more callers in, and before you guys can carry on this, we ain't gonna call us. At the moment, the studio is full. You already know the rules, people in the studio. Don't get impatient. It's World Cup season. Everyone be patient. New callers and channel members will get priority. I'm going to try to get everyone's point of view across. Please have your points ready. We're going to try to keep it moving because it's all full now. I'm going to get Revenite John in, who's a first-time caller. He was asking earlier on about it. So let's get Revenite on. He's managed to get on. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing very well.
Hey, cheers, Grizz, for getting me on, by the way. Apologies for earlier. I just, cause I think I heard you in an earlier stream saying it was going to be for members only, and then I kind of just had that in my head, and then I just,
Not yet. We're gonna start doing stuff for members only because as some of the perks, but not yet. This one is still free for all.
Cool.
When I say free, yeah, it's still free for all, but the amount of interest and quality insight from the panel and the callers, the way it's going, nothing's free in this world, people. Nothing free in this world. But my friend, how are you? Where are you calling from, and what do you want to speak about?
Yeah, so I am from Gibraltar, and by the way, you cannot super chat or you can't super chat or member from there. Yeah, so
no problem, sir.
Yeah, I just want to say big up to Bilal and Zuberi as well. First thing I want to talk about is a bit of a downer, Grizz. So yeah, maybe not. I'm gonna do a little bit of a Zuberi here. So yeah,
the floor is yours. The floor is yours. See, see the kind of rep you got. You're gonna fix this now. I'm gonna sit back and you're gonna fix this now.
I'll answer on behalf of Grizz.
People are coming in and saying we're gonna do a bit of a Zuberi. You see that? Okay.
I mean, it's just that because I was part of the Fact Zuberi club yesterday, so on the Curtis Jones thing. So that's what I want to talk about first. So
no problem.
It's just I think what on a lot of his page about the owners, if we're changing owners and all that, I don't think we can just be so candid with giving contracts to people like if we don't see a good enough improvement. Because I agree with Zuberi with a lot of the molding players into other players and into other positions. I just think that sometimes we just this is the difficult thing. Is it Klopp? Is it FSG? Who's holding us back more in that regard? Whereas to just getting a player for that position to be the understudy or just to be squad rotation, because it's always a fine balance, because how much money do we really have to spend in those areas, and there's so much deep into that, but it's so difficult to know because we don't know, right, what's behind the scenes. So but there's also a fine balance to that too, because you don't want to be like certain people that just say the player's dead, and start sending messages on personal attacks. So that's too far. But I'm
just gonna stop you right there, and
go on,
and then you can feel free to continue. I'm not cutting you off to stop you. I'm only because just something come to my mind, and at my old age, I forget. So when it comes into my mind, I need to say it because I forget,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
especially today I'm tired. So you said something about you're not into, and stop me as well. Butt in when you think I'm saying something that you didn't
Yeah, you go.
mean, right? So you said something about molding players into different positions or something, and you're not really a fan of that, and you're not sure if that's a Klopp thing.
No,
Or
like
if it's
not so much not a fan of it, but not a fan of too much of it.
too much of it. Fair point.
Yes.
Is it fair to say Bobby Firmino has been the biggest success stories of Liverpool for the last 5 years? His
Yeah.
formation change. Is it fair to say Gini Wijnaldum's position change has been one of the success stories of the last 5-6 years?
Yeah.
Is it fair to say Trent Alexander-Arnold's from central midfield, seeing that he's an attacking midfielder, but bring him in as a right back into the team, has been one of the most insightful changes ever in Premier League history? I've given you 3 examples. I can think of 2 or 3 more, but maybe not successful. So what I'm trying to say to you is this suggests to me that Jurgen Klopp and the coaches that have been with him have made the right calls in terms of changing players into what they perceive in the position they want. Fabinho played as a double pivot for Monaco, struggled in the first 6 months. I don't know if you remember, until he learned how to play the lone 6. Is it fair to say Fabinho has been forget his last 6 months? Is it fair to say Fabinho has been one of the success stories of playing that lone 6?
Yeah.
But you see where I'm going with this? It seems like Jurgen Klopp has a knack of knowing the qualities and attributes of players that he thinks will be beneficial for the way he wants to play. And if he wants Curtis Jones to be in the mold of a Gini Wijnaldum, the facts and the evidence thus far, we don't know the future. I'm backing you guys on the future. We don't know. You're right. No one knows. But thus far, it's fair to say Jurgen Klopp and Pep Linders, or whoever the coaches have been, have got a very good success rate of molding players into what they want for their team. Now it's up to Curtis Jones. Whether he proves them right or wrong, because it's always down to the player. The players that I mentioned, the Ginis, the Bobbies, the Trents, the Fabinhos, even Henderson to a certain degree changed his position, have all been, in my humble opinion, recently stunning successes. I'm saying he's 21 years old. 21 years old. We have finally decided that his position is a midfielder or as an 8, or whatever, in midfield somewhere, right? He's on 25 grand a week, his new deal. He won't impact our signings or our first team signings. He's there, he's cheap, and they think he's got something. That's the only thing I'm going to say. The rest of the floor is yours, John. And if Zuberi wants to come in for you or Bilal, feel free.
Yeah, look, I could. These are gonna be what ifs, but you could say if
Go for it.
Do we win more? Could the season have been different if we leave Firmino on the 10 and he plays even better, and we buy another player to play up there? We don't know. We can only go by what Klopp's done, and okay, it was successful in a way, but when you play against Man City, those little decisions, if they go the other way, maybe we would have won an extra league or something. We won't know, obviously. But again, with Fabinho, if we had another player that could have rotated with Fabinho, would he be fresher now? There's another possibility of that.
But that's a different argument you're bringing to the table. I agree with that if we had another player that could rotate with Fabinho, but I think the point of the chat we had yesterday, which you said you agreed with Zuberi, and fair play, plenty about. I was winding Zuberi up earlier. I was saying 25% agreed with Zuberi. Like, that's quite a lot. But 75% told him shut himself, right? But what I'm saying is, I hear you. I get it. I get what you're saying in terms of we won't know, we don't know. But what I'm saying is we can only deal with what we've seen and the evidence provided in front of us. If Curtis Jones was 24, 25, and we whacked him with a improved deal and took him to the 70, 80,000 a week marker, and it affected our future incomings, and we thought Curtis Jones is the way forward, I'm backing you guys.
Grizz,
At the
let me ask
moment,
you a
I can't
question.
back you guys. Yeah, yours.
Let me ask you a question, man, because big up yourself, Chan. You came in. I like his Zubiri energy. Work on it a little bit, but it's not too bad. I like it.
Yeah,
It's a good
I
swagger.
ain't got as much chest as you, Drew. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. Grizz, are you really telling me you're happy with the remolding model? Well,
Yes.
we're a remolding club now.
No.
You see the examples you've given, all of them had an X factor. Curtis do possess a X factor. There's an X factor in him. Genie, there's an X factor about all these players were remolding.
You didn't see no X factor in Genie. Don't lie to me. You did not see any X factor in Genie when he was molded from
Oh, come on, Genie was balling, man. He was scoring bare goals, man.
No, you didn't see an X factor as a dip. No, when he was playing as a number 8 in our midfield, loads of people started calling him Ghost and all sorts because they didn't know what he was doing.
Biggest fan right here, man.
Yeah, I was a part of the video. Yeah, so.
I hear that. Just so like you guys are going to end up being the biggest fans of Curtis Jones. Watch this space, watch the date, check your phone, check your dates, check everything.
I'll put my hand up and be like, Curtis, you proved me wrong. Because that's all I want from him. But what I'm trying to ask you, Grizz, should we be out here rewiring players? Why we can't just get what we need?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because this is conflict of interest. Let me learn.
I'm gonna stop you right there because you're that's what's the word for it? That's a straw man argument. Because I'm not saying that. I don't think we should be I agree we need to go and buy the ready-made product. Is that what you're saying, John?
Yeah, well,
is that what you're saying, Zuberi?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm saying too.
Nah, you're switching it up now, man.
I'm not.
No, you're saying if club's done a good job with others, we should just allow them to do it with more players. Yeah, we just allow them to do it.
So then hold on. See what I'm saying, Bilal. You see where I'm going with this debate, Bilal. There's two different things you guys are saying here, right? So I'm gonna pick both of your brains, right, and tell me what, because either I'm not understanding or you're not explaining properly.
And that's why I said he needs to work on it.
I'm saying the evidence and proofs we've got of the players that I mentioned to John, remolding, I said they've been successes. Do we agree it's way too early to say if Curtis Jones will be a success because he's 21? All the other players are 24, 25. Yeah. Right? He's 21. Do we agree at that stage? If we don't agree there, then yeah, okay. Then
maybe a tad early, but I feel like he's been here a couple of years, right? I mean, like,
yeah, but he's wait, hold on. He's been here since he was 9. That's not the issue here. Mm-hmm. He's been playing in a whole different position all his life. Suddenly, Klopp gets hold of him and says, "I'm going to turn you into a Genie-like or Genie-light." Whether it works or not, we don't know. Now, the other debate you guys tried to twist upon me, and I like the way you tried it. But I'm out here. What you tried to say is, why can't we just go and buy the ready-made player? I'm not into this remolding of players.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we're not. Yeah, but hold tight. I'm saying that, and I'm saying if we don't buy a ready-made player because we gave Curtis Jones a new contract at 25 grand a week, then I'm with you guys. I'm protesting with you guys. We're getting the pitchforks out. Bilal, you see what I'm saying and what they're trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm saying if Curtis Jones is the answer, then we need to ask the question. At the moment, I don't think this deal equates to Curtis Jones being the answer. He's just a continuation of youth being given a chance at a cheap deal, and he's accepted a cheap deal. He can get higher wages elsewhere, by the way. Let me tell you, you guys for a fact, he can go and earn much more at Aston Villa or at Leeds or something, right? Because he has turned down loan moves that turn into permanent moves. Let me tell you guys that. So he's been saying, so Jurgen Klopp and co are saying, we'll take it easy with you. You're 21, okay, but now is your time to prove that you justify this. He's going to be improving in the backside, right? Whilst I agree with you guys, whilst we buy ready-made for now and the future in the summer or January. If we don't, you guys come back and give me the proverbial slap, and I'll swear I'll take it.
Grizz, I rate you, but you're doing the if thing.
It is if things, yeah.
What me and John is saying is, look, man, we're Liverpool. We have no quarrels against Jones. We have quarrels in the way the club is moving with Jones. It's not about Jones. I keep saying it yesterday. Jones is who he is, and he's now tasked with being remolded. So he's the only one that can control that. But why is the club putting Jones in that position?
The if is valid for you guys too. Why are you only throwing ifs at me? Hold on. Who do you want, John?
Well, like
no, name a player. I'm not.
I'll give you an example. You know, maybe he's not the perfect player. So if it was me, I'd just be ruthless and I go, "Who's a good Prem player?" Okay, James Ward-Prowse. He's English, homegrown quota, straight in.
Okay, so you're saying James Ward-Prowse, kick out Curtis Jones, bring Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse won't come for less than 80 grand a week. James Ward-Prowse won't be prized away from Southampton for at least 25. He's the captain. He's the main man. 25 million.
Liverpool though.
Hold tight. But you're not saying you're Liverpool. You're saying this Curtis Jones has got nothing to do with the future of Liverpool. I'm just telling you. James Ward-Prowse, 25 million, 80 grand a week. What if, because you guys are throwing ifs at me, what if he doesn't succeed and he's not the baller that we think he is for Southampton? What if then? Of course it's ifs. Ifs.
But do you think City care about ifs? If it doesn't work, they just bun them off and get another one. So
how are you comparing us to City? Now you've gone into a different argument.
That's what we should. That's how we should be running, because we're getting we're going to get the ownership, right? We're going to get the ownership.
Can I be rude and brutal?
Yeah, go on.
Do you work?
Yeah, I work.
Have you got a neighbor that earns more than you? And has
Probably,
got a better house and a better car than you?
Probably, yeah.
If I compare you to him and say, why don't you have a better car than him? Are you you're gonna say, I can't do that shit, bro, Grizz?
Yeah.
I can do what I can do. That's what you're gonna say. So you're saying, well, City don't care. Who the fuck can mess with City like that? So we know City can do what they want, how they want, when they want. Even cook up their books to make them look humble. Football's not humbler for them. They're the only team that football's not humbler for. Now I'm being serious here. Guys, we got to work with what we got. The owners have admitted we can't work like this and they're out soon. So let's give them a little bit benefit of the doubt. The owners have realized, yeah, we can't deal with that. So we have to work smartly.
Guys, should I give you an example?
Bilal, you have your
say. Let me
go on, Bilal.
I know you're Liverpool fans, and
we
you know what it is. One thing, I think Curtis Jones has been on the back end of a lot of criticism for a while. Even when he's not done much, he's been out and he's still getting criticism. He signed this deal. He's 21. I'll just say a couple of things. First of all, at the very least, Liverpool have protected his value. You guys sold Ryan Brewster for around 20 million. If anything goes, if he's available next year, he doesn't work out, you're going to get probably 20 million for him.
Easy.
Another thing. Also, it reminds me of Arsenal. We had Joe Willock in our ranks, right? And I was a big fan of Joe Willock. I said, listen, you give Joe Willock time, I can see this guy developing into a really good number 8, dynamic, can score goals, etc. What if Klopp's seeing the same thing in Curtis Jones? He's thinking, instead of us just selling Curtis Jones now, what if we put him on that £25,000? That's nothing, man. It's nothing. You can take that risk and just put him there, let him develop. He's one of your own, homegrown. He's one of your players. Just give him time. I think at 21, for me, Arsenal selling Willock, for example, they sold Willock for around 25 million. They brought Martin Odegaard for 30 million.
You hate that.
Yeah,
but you hate
that.
But
I wasn't happy. I wanted to keep Willock and buy Odegaard. For me, the thing is, with Curtis Jones, a player at that age, give him another 1, 2, even 3 years just to see how he develops. If at 24, 25, he's not done it, then, bro, he's still got years on his deal and he will still find a club like a Villa, like a Leeds. We'll sign him.
But I'm saying, I'm agreeing with these guys in a way, but they're not seeing what I'm seeing maybe. And maybe that's my fault for not explaining it. I'm saying we shouldn't be like Zuberi is trying to come with me like it's not about Curtis Jones, it's about player X. I don't want to be the club that's all about molding player X because of sentiment. That's what you're saying, aren't you, Zuberi? Right. I'm telling you now, if that's how my coach operates in terms of he likes the background, the undercover of the underlinings of the squad to be his people, his boys that he's entrusted, I'm going with that. Then he will entrust the first teamers that he thinks can take us to another level. What I'm saying is, if that's Curtis Jones, I have the same fears as you guys, because you guys have fears. I can see in your eyes. Don't have that fear, because we will bring that player. And it's not if. I'm telling you, we will. But if you're saying to me, suggesting to me, like John has suggested to me, I'd rather bun Curtis Jones at the age of 21, sell him for whatever. John don't even care how much we sell him for. I can tell in his eyes. John just wants him out the door, right? John's saying, kick him out.
Get a little something. No, something's okay.
No, you didn't say that. So I can only go by what you said. So he's saying, kick him out the door. Kick him out the door. Bring in James Ward-Prowse, who's 28, 29, who's peaked, done a lot of running in that Southampton midfield. Yeah, we know about engines because our engines have come to us halt in Fabinho and Henderson and Milner as well. So you're saying in bringing him in minimum 30 million, James Ward-Prowse from Southampton, minimum 80 grand a week. And then if he does well, or if he cements his place amongst the likes of what we're looking to add in our midfield, I can't agree with that.
That's
just me, though.
Yeah, that's just me. You gotta buy. Liverpool will buy a top midfielder to play that left centre because it's been a void for a while. And if you have a Curtis Jones there who you're developing still at 21 years old, to
third choice in that midfield.
Can you imagine?
A third choice.
Thiago's there as well.
Imagine
he doesn't have to be third choice though, because there's a lot of midfielders going out. So one of the others could be, and he could just be a rotational, like you said. If he's the older player, he's done a lot of running.
James Ward-Prowse won't leave his captain of his homeboy club to become third choice in our midfield. Curtis Jones will happily play that role and do that.
No doubt about that. No doubt, yeah.
And the coaches and me and many other fans, and many don't, many other fans see the qualities that he can develop. If he doesn't, that's on him.
All right, let's ask the real question right now. As Liverpool
I thought
fans.
I did.
Let's ask the real question right now.
What's
we
the
got
real
Real
question?
Madrid coming up. 60 minutes. We're down 2-1. Curtis Jones coming on.
Curtis Jones
coming on. How are you feeling, Grizz?
I'm not feeling nothing. What am I feeling? I'm backing my team. He's got to do what he's got to do. What, James Ward-Prowse coming on? I
didn't say that. I was going to ask John about Ward-Prowse.
No, you the same team, so I'm going to ask you as well. You said he called Zuberi. You're a tag team right now.
My wild take was Ndidi. I'll stand on my wild take. Remember when I said I'll take Lorenzo Pellegrini?
Yeah, at least Ward-Prowse can stick a free kick in. I'm not sure if Ndidi can stick one in though. You know.
Ndidi and Ward-Prowse shouts, man. People in the chat.
You man are just starving. You know what it is? You man are just starving for signings, and you don't believe your team are going to sign.
They're starving Bilal for signings.
Bilal, we need something for Real Madrid. Real Madrid have our number and know where we live.
Look at the two comparisons they made: Real Madrid and Man City, and they're using young Curtis Jones as a weapon, as a tool.
You know, it's just
guys, man. You guys are evil.
You know, I do feel for Zuberi because I'm on Kopish a lot, and people got onto him about FSG for a long time, and there's been a lot of people talking about new owners. So I just thought, you know, new owners are going to be moving differently, you know. But apparently, we're still going to be doing a lot of the same things by the sound of this.
Why? It's not the sound of this though. See, apparently, there's a lot of apparentlys here. Let the new owners haven't even come in, and you guys are already painting a doomsday picture. Guys, you might as well stay indoors in case you get run over as soon as you step outside. Stay inside. Lock up don't go out. The way you guys are moving, everything's lock off. Everything's dead. Oh, we may not do this. Apparently, new owners are going to come in. Apparently, Curtis Jones. Apparently, let it flow, man. Let it flow.
Big up to you, Grizz, because I'd say I admire optimism a lot of the time. I am definitely on the pessimistic side. So
no problem. It's understandable. Sometimes you get like that. If you've been a Liverpool supporter for more than 7 years, you definitely have seen far worse times. If you haven't, then I feel you. You're thinking, this is it. This is my shit club. And I'm being honest and brutal. Whoever's been Liverpool fan for less than 7 years, you ain't seen shit. I'm sorry to break it to you. You're thinking, what? Sure. How are we fucking 8th? How the fuck are we with Liverpool? We just won the Champions League. We just won the Premier League. Get a dose of reality.
Days and all that, yeah.
This is a Premier League, man, and that's why no team is too big to fail. That's what we've seen in this Premier League. And any team can go from, like Liverpool, who are in the mud, and then they rose right to the top. This is what we enjoy, man. I know now the anomalies of the Man Cities and all of that kind of teams have come in. But listen, Curtis Jones, man, chill on him, man. He's a good player. He's a good player.
Chill, not even chill on him. I get, because Zuberi's saying it's not, because Zuberi keeps wanting to say it's not Curtis Jones that I'm talking about. So John don't like Curtis Jones. That's very clear. John's coming on Curtis Jones. Zuberi's saying it's the system, and I don't like this, the way we're working. I say to both of them, the way we're working is not without failure. There is, but from the evidence we have, is very good. The percentages will outweigh the positive percentages will outweigh the negative. And to John, I'm saying he's 21. He's Curtis Jones. Maybe you don't like his hair. Maybe you're jealous of his girlfriend. Maybe I don't know, man, what's going on with you and Curtis Jones. But give the guy.
I don't know Jones that deep. Okay, he's good. He's good. But I just say I'm not been. I've just.
We can do better. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah.
And we will do better. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But yeah. Is that fair? That's true, but look, I am positive about something at Liverpool. Like my guy Darwin. All right, but I've been defending this guy since the start in all the chats. So
and check this out, Zuberi probably don't even like him, and I know he changes his mind every week. Darwin, you know what I mean? So I don't even know. I don't even want to go to him. But John, we got so many people looking to come in. Thank you.
Big up, man.
Chat, man.
Hey, John, take care of yourself.
Hope to chat to you real soon, bro. Take care of yourself.
Big up.
Nice one. Big up, man. Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah, man, I like this.
Grizz,
I like this super chat.
Yeah.
Today I feel like a gay disabled African migrant.
I was laughing for like 30 minutes, man.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I couldn't believe it.
What are you saying, Zubs? You can say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm loving the you remember when I came on here and I was telling people don't be a bunch of Zubiris. Yeah. It's
There's
like
a little
alcohol.
thing going on, man.
Yeah, it's like alcohol. Man. You got to drink responsibly. So you can't just be out here doing a Zubiri thing.
There's a little thing going on here, man. Yeah, you got to know, because, you know what I mean? Because Big Dog is sitting on the other side, man. I ain't letting you just, like, you know what I mean, get away.
Nah, but you know, Grizz, every time we talk, we have the same flashback or deja vu of the Charity Shield game. You don't want to accept what my side of the fence is saying until it's happening. You're like, right, these guys was right. So I love your optimism. Keep it up.
It's November.
Keep it up.
It's November.
Keep it up.
It's November. Oi, where's my guy gone? Guys, Natraj was in the studio, man.
No, don't. Nah, Grizz, you're playing with me, man. Come on.
Where's he
Grizz,
gone?
You're playing with me. Don't do this to me, Grizz.
He might come back.
Oh, Natraj was saying, let's go, Grizz. I'm in the chat. I was like, shit, I need to bring
I see. Bless you.
Oh,
it's late, man. Some sides, no?
I must be late. People in the chat, if you haven't liked the stream, I don't know, man, because this chat's been popping today and the debates. I don't even know if it's going to be this controversial. We were thinking, man, World Cup hype. Do we really feel it? But the chat's been nice so far, man. We haven't touched upon that idiot Ronaldo yet. The other idiot, not come back. Natraj, come back.
There's a good Ronaldo and there's evil Ronaldo right now. That's what I'm
saying. Yeah. Let's get the next caller in. Member of the channel, Avinash, is in the building. Let's bring in Avinash. Avinash, welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing well, Chris. I'm doing well. I'm back from vacation. Just trying to sleep it off, get over the jet lag. I'm just happy.
So what time zone you in now?
I'm in the US, so it's basically just a flip. Night is day and day is night now. So yeah, so it took a bit of time, but I'm back, and as you can see, World Cup fever is here, and I've been saying it from like the third week of the season. I'm just looking forward to this break, just to not have to watch Liverpool for a while. So it's here. So I'm just like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hyped up.
It looks like you've chosen your team. Are you sticking with them?
Well, you could say that, but this is really the only national team jersey I have. So
you're forced to. So are you supporting them, or are you wearing it out of? It's the one I've got, so let me just don it.
The one I've got, and it's like World Cup fever, so I thought, let's go.
So it's not the team you're supporting?
Not exactly, but I am backing them, if that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't
say explain both then, because no, I don't get it today. Because Zuberi's got me in a mood where I'm going to question everything. I'm sorry, I'm going to question everything. So it's not the team you support, but it's the team you're backing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then give us the team that you support, and give us that we know the team you're backing.
So I don't think I'm supporting any team per se. I'm just supporting football. I guess football has to win at the end of the day. I think even more so given sort of everything that's going on the World Cup. We all know some of the unsavory stuff. So I think football needs to win. We need to see a good product on the pitch. And regarding that, I'm hoping there is something about this. We've never seen a World Cup mid-season. People have spoken about, of course, the injuries, and it's not a great time to have it. But I think it could work in one sense where probably players the fitness is most optimal at this time, because a lot of times by the end of the season, they've been through a really grueling season in multiple competitions. People have gone all the way in the Champions League and things like that. So people do tend to get tired. We may not always see the best product. Games tend to be very tactical, cagey, slow a lot of times. So I'm hoping maybe that's one thing that could work in the favor of, the football and the product being good. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. And in terms of teams, so yeah, I think it's just really hard to look past Brazil and Argentina for me right now, because all the European teams are in various states of turmoil. Like, there is not one standout team that I can look at and say, I know France have got a lot of talent, but they always seem to be a mess. I don't know what it is with them. And this time it seems to be even more so. Benzema, there's reports coming out that he's injured. So I think Nkunku pulled out as well. So again, you never know. It's at the end of the day, I think these tournaments are about peaking at the right time. Always.
Definitely.
So a lot of teams you see, they start slow, but then they pick up speed at the right time. And a lot of times people who teams who get out of the blocks really quickly, they can tend to ease off and then they lose momentum, and all these kind of things happen. But as far as just quality and team chemistry, Brazil and Argentina, for me, Argentina, right? There is something, and yeah, between those two, I'm kind of backing Argentina because there's something about this team. I don't know what it is. 35 games unbeaten. It's ridiculous. They look unbeatable. And it feels like they think they're unbeatable right now, the way they're playing. And I feel Scaloni has done such a fantastic job. And I think his genius has been because, before he took over, this team was probably the most dysfunctional. I don't know how many times Messi has retired and come back, and it was just a mess. The federation was a mess. Everything was a mess. But somehow he's managed to find a way to rally the entire team around this one figure. It's almost like, we've seen those videos of DePaul, squaring up against players. They seem like they'll run through brick walls for Messi. And it feels like they want to win this for him. And that, I think, is something that Scaloni has done. Instead of him being the figurehead, he's made Messi the figurehead. And it kind of helps that it's his last tournament, probably last World Cup. And he's made the entire team rally around him. And I think that could be a very, very powerful unifying factor. And they're playing with, at the end of the day, I think it does come down to, of course, individual talent helps, but it comes down to the chemistry and the consistency in which the team plays. And Argentina have all the pieces in place. And most importantly, they're able to give Lionel Messi a free role, which I think is difficult to do in club football because everybody is expected. You can't really carry players, right? Everybody is expected to put a shift in. We've heard things about likes of Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, that they don't work enough, they don't track back and all those things. But I think in international football, the pace is slower, it's more tactical. I think you can afford to carry one player if that player is worth it. And well, nobody is more worth it than Messi, I think. And with that talent and with the chemistry and the sort of bond that they have around him, I think this team could really go far. And probably Brazil are probably the only team that stand in their way, I think, even given the draw and the way it's panning out, the brackets and all that. So,
talk to me, panelists. Talk to me. Avinash has made some points, and I love the point that he's made about Scaloni not making it about himself. He's like just quietly, unreservedly in the background, made it all about the unity team. And he's incorporated Messi while still being the talisman, while still being king of the hill. The rest of the players, like Avinash says, wanting to win for Messi.
Mm-hmm.
The coach takes a huge heap of credit for that.
100%. You look at Argentina and you look at, it's not on paper like wow, like Brazil. We look at Brazil.
Go for the team. Go for that team, bro.
You look at the Emi Martinez, Molina, who was, I believe, Udinese, went to Atleti. Romero, Lisandro Martinez, two like aggressive centre backs in there. That's a little good partnership. They said that. I saw Romero today saying, him and Lisandro, they're best friends. So like they have that connection with each other. Tagliafico, decent left back. DePaul, again, he's got like a chip in the shoulder when he plays. Paredes is nice, tidy footballer. Went on loan, of course, to Juventus, after a bit of struggles at PSG. But then you look at the attack, and it's not like back in the day, man, with the Agueros, Higuain, all these big superstars where it felt like they're really, really top heavy. you know. But now there's more of a balance to the team. The Di Maria's, man, he ages like fine wine, man. He's unbelievable footballer. Then you got that young blood of the Julian Alvarez and Lautaro, who, you know, at times people say he's not a good striker, but then he's performing when he has to. You know, he's hit and miss sometimes, but he gives it his always nickname, what, the ball? Come on, man. Like, it's Lautaro is a good player. But all in all, it's the togetherness of this team that makes them a threat this tournament, in my opinion. And yeah, of course, Lionel Messi just having that free role, his last World Cup. I'm expecting them to at least hit the semi-final, minimum, surely.
Listen, I agree with everything you guys said. And I don't think there's a tearjerker team in this World Cup like Argentina, with or without Messi. I'm telling you, even if you take Messi out the team, I agree with everything you say, Avinash. I think the team will win it for Messi, but like, bro, this was for you. And this is the one that I think will just bring the world to tears, man. Getting a tribute like that, I think it's big. I don't want to see it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I can't be just crying every week. I gotta be tough. I'm a tough guy, man. I grew up rough, and I'm telling you, tears is flying out recently. And if these guys win it, if Messi win the World Cup, I'm telling you, unless you're a Ronaldo fan or something, man, you're gonna be
going
crying.
off. It's going off. I don't know if I'm gonna be going off because, yeah,
you never know.
I'm a little bit old school, and I've still got time for like the likes of Ronaldo and Maradona stories. So they like, as I said to you guys before, and I don't know if people were listening at the start where I said the Ronaldo documentary got me today. It got me. So I'm not sure if the Messi. I'm going to be smiling and happy for him and all of that business, because football fans all around the world, we have to admire eliteness. What's above eliteness? I don't know. Like,
this is greatness. It's just
great.
greatness,
this
man.
is greatness, man. This guy, greatness. So look, I hear you. But that's football. Like, Avinash, are you aware that the final is going to be potentially Messi's 1,000th game?
I just got to know recently. I think I saw it somewhere.
I mean, is that even real? Does that work?
Tearjerker, man. I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
Is that real? Is that work?
I think Omar confirmed that one the other day. So yeah, it's true.
No, but does this shit happen though? Is this gonna happen? Is this really gonna happen on this 1,000th game? He's gonna lift up that World Cup and secure his legacy as probably the greatest player of all time.
Yeah, the best movie ever if that happens, man.
Waterworks, I'm telling you, man.
Imagine Argentina. Man. Like Maradona there, man. Whenever you see interviews of Argentina, who's better, Maradona or Messi? They all say Maradona. You know, as much as we all love Messi, maybe from the outside of Argentina, Messi for them is someone who's not really, you know, delivered what he should have delivered the country. Yeah. So if he can get it now, I think that's it, man. Maradona's even, you know, he's passed away sadly, etc. Messi's gonna be even like forever that guy alongside Maradona, and those two, man, will always be held in just such great esteem at home and abroad, man. So for me, yeah, I would love to see it happen. But as I said, I'm not really supporting Argentina, but if they do win, I'm happy for Messi. Like, but it's one of those ones.
Written in the stars, you know. Avinash, how does sound? Maradona was the hand of God. Messi, man, the foot of God, man.
The left foot.
I'm telling you, if he win it, yeah, the foot of God. Bro, everything he does is
unless it goes with a header, then you're gonna have to change that shit.
The head of God.
Yeah. That's how in the Champions League final, though.
Yeah, Champions League.
All the way. It's Man United.
They were all saying he never scores headers. He never does that. He scores a header. Like, it's Messi, isn't it? Like, what a player. What a player. That's the ultimate, really. If Messi can win the World Cup, and that's the thing, Argentina, who mentioned it? Like, they all want Messi to win. If you look at Emi Martinez, especially his interviews with Messi.
Hear them. Like, they're backing it.
It's not Argentina. We want to win for Messi. Like, it's mad.
For Messi,
like,
we want
extra motivation. Yeah,
because they're playing with greatness, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the documentary? Bilal's seen it. Avinash, have you seen the R9 documentary?
No, I heard about it. I'm going to check it out.
Okay, you need to watch it, bro. That's my advice to you. Watch it. And Zuberi, get on it. Christian Vieri, at the time when they bought Christian Vieri, he was the second best striker in world football. And you know what he said? I said, where and when can I sign? And he goes, as soon as I'd done that, I rushed to Ronaldo and I said, I signed for you. I wanted to play with you. Do you know how these guys are feeling right now? The likes of Di Maria, great players in their own right, De Paul, Paredes, Otamendi to a lesser extent. But you know what I'm saying, right? All these great players, Lautaro Martinez, all these guys, they're thinking we're playing with greatness, royalty of royalty. Scaloni, no problem. Great player in his day, servant to Argentina, coach of Argentina, respect to the coach. But we're trying to make this guy, as Bilal says, just cement that legacy for all time. So they're running through brick walls for him, people. There's over 230 of you in here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. That would be much appreciated, people. But Avinash, man, I hear that. And you know what? I think you might as well start supporting them. I know you're backing them, but in the World Cup, you might as well support them now, bro, because I don't know. Is there a difference between backing and supporting, by the way, people? I just picked up on that technical term. Is there a difference?
Yeah, it must be. Supporting, like, you're going to be there through thick and thin. That's what I would say.
Well, hold on. So this means if Argentina get knocked out, you're switching to another team? Avinash, is that what you're doing?
No. So, yeah, I was going to say supporting for me is something that comes from the heart, like the way you support Liverpool. You want them to do well. Whereas backing is just from the brain, you know. You think this is the team that's going to go all the way.
Yeah, I get it.
Because I don't really have an emotional connection to any of the teams there. I mean, if I'm going to support someone, might as well support the US because I recently became a permanent resident. So
makes sense.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I hear that. I absolutely hear that, and I love that. Actually, that comparison example. Sorry, I actually feel that. That's what I'm going to say. Like, why are you supporting France, Zuberi? What emotional connection you got with the French?
No, I told you, and thank you, Avinash. You've dropped some beautiful words there, man. I support England. I told you this. I'm an England supporter from day one.
You said croissants and shit, man. You was talking.
Yes,
French.
I did, but that's what I'm saying. I told you I'm an England supporter, but I'm going with France this year. I told you that. And you're like,
you left us.
That's exactly what you said. That's exactly what you said. That's an extreme switch. That's what you said. I told you this, and you reacted the same way. You did the same thing with your hand. You did the same.
It shows you how genuine I am.
You did.
It shows you how genuine I am. So that outrage in the first time wasn't fake. You guys hear what I'm seeing? You guys seeing what I'm saying? It's not fake. So you've told me again, and my reaction is still the same. That's wild. You can't be supporting a team because you've got emotional attachments to it, and then say, "But I'm backing X." What the fuck?
They broke my heart way too many times. I'm not even gonna front. England, every year they just put a knife in there. I'm telling you, Grizz. They put there's 6 knives.
Avinash broke it down beautifully. Avinash broke it down beautifully, but you just ruined his poem.
No, the heart is destroyed. I'm going with the head now, man. The heart is done.
I wish mine was for England, man. Every time I think I'm done, man, they just put me back in. I can't escape. Like, even the other day, like, what game was it I was watching? Like, some horrible game before the World Cup. And I need paracetamol, man, watching England. Like, I actually get physically affected watching them play sometimes. So I just hope at least we see some better football.
Bilal, which World Cup was your first World Cup? Which was the first World Cup for you?
The first one I really remember was 06 because of Zidane. That's the one I really remember. And then after that, it's 06, I'd say.
Stabbed in the heart, 98, 2002. 2006, just constantly, man. It's rough. It's rough.
So you're saying I've got 2 tournaments extra more, and then I'm gonna be done as well. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know if that's the threshold, but stay strong, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, I can't escape it, man. I don't think so. I'm here for
Avinash, we've got to keep it moving. There's so many waiting to come in. Thank you very much as usual. Let's see if the team that you're backing with your head, I like that, comes through, because I'm going to start listening to your opinions because you think with your brain, unlike some people, you know what I mean? But thank you very much, Avinash, man. It's been a pleasure as always, my bro.
See you guys.
Thank you for that.
Take care. Look after yourself. Take care.
Beautiful.
Guys, that was Avinash. We have a few more channel members in the studio, which I'm going to get on because priority. The next channel member there's 2. Tarmizi, if you want to put your camera on. Tarmizi has put his camera on. And then Dennis Jezza. So there's 2 that are next. Let's go. Let's bring in Tarmizi. Tarmizi, most welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, my guy.
Yes, very.
Tarmizi.
Oh shit!
Assalamualaikum, first of all.
Masalam. Hope it's not a Team
Yeah.
Zuberi going on here because I'm getting nervous.
Nah,
Suck
I
a
think.
tag team all the time.
No,
Please.
no, Bilal, you see the way they saluted each other?
Nah. Grizz.
Behind the
Before
scenes.
Tarmizi, before I let you go, right? I gotta let Grizz know about you, man. This guy is a gem in the Asian community, supporting Asian players. And here's the thing: I've put in so many hours in FIFA. Do you know if you go to certain teams, the criteria on your success as a manager is bring in 3 Asian players? So I have to go in these markets and I've researched all these Asian players. I know all of them. And when I'm dropping them, I'm putting Tarmizi on some Asian gems. So we connect there. But Tarmizi is a top Asian guy, man. But yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the Asian players to light.
Check this out. So I'm blessed by the grace of God.
Yeah.
To have many followers, subscribers. I don't know how, I don't know why, but alhamdulillah, which means praise to God. I have many subscribers, followers, and sometimes I can't keep up with the chat and the DMs and the messages and everything. But check this out. I remember this brother, and if I tell you where he's from, are you gonna rate me? I think I've spoken to the brother maybe once before, maybe twice.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
You're from Brunei, bro.
Yes. Yeah. Spot on.
You rate me, Zuberi.
Spot on.
You rate me. I must have over 120,000 subscribers, followers on all the platforms by the grace of God. Not my doing. I'm not boasting. I'm just saying, you know what? And there's people that I remember that stick out, their characters, their personalities. I remember Zuberi, man. I remember Tarmizi, man. Brunei, yes, brother. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah,
No problem.
I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, the chat's been good. We've been chatting about so many different varieties and topics, man. This is what it's about. You know, talk to us. What do you want to talk about? This is what I want to know.
No, as Zubir said, the Asian teams I want to touch upon, and I'm already hyped with the World Cup. I think the first time I came into the stream, I said that I'll be watching, and I got my tickets already, so I can't wait. It's gonna be in a few weeks' time, so I'll be flying to Dubai and then a couple of days transit. Then I'll be in Doha, so I'll be there for 4 days, and I'm gonna catch the last game of round of 16. And it'll be either the Brazil group and the Portugal group. So the runners-up of Brazil and the number 1 spot of the Portugal. So
how's that looking so far? And if we go according to seeding, if we go according to favorites right now, what game is that scheduled to be? I mean, I know it doesn't always work out like that, but what is it looking likely, Tarmizi? You must have worked it out.
Right. You mean in terms of predictions? Like,
if it goes that game that you got the ticket for, what's it looking like it's going to be if it goes according to rankings and seedings?
From what I've hear the podcast and everyone's opinions, it looks like it's going to be Serbia against Uruguay, because Uruguay's group is they're tipping to be the first. But I'm not ruling out anything, because there's a lot of history behind in other teams as well in that group. Because I hear like Korea and Portugal, they had a history back in 2002. Uruguay and Ghana, you guys have touched upon. And then I think Uruguay have met Korea as well. And I think it was a Suarez 2 goals in 2010. So I did some research and all that, and I just want to get to familiarize with the context on it, and Serbia and Switzerland as well. So you never know what's going to happen, because
I said Switzerland. So for me, that game is going to be Uruguay versus Switzerland. For me, I think it's going to be Uruguay Switzerland, because I got Switzerland finishing runners-up in that group. I don't know what you two.
I remember we did it and we voted Serbia, Uruguay, and we said it's going to be the first like MMA fight in a football match. Like,
that is going to be a violent game.
I need that. I can't lie. I need that game to happen.
Uruguay
Well,
versus Serbia is going to be violence. I'm telling you guys now, there's going to be a red card in that.
Yeah, it's gonna be spicy.
It has to be.
That's going to be
Yeah.
spicy.
Maybe too
I
spicy.
don't. Yeah,
I wouldn't want
and
to see a
also
red
that.
card in that game.
If you're stupid enough to
But
get a red card, go be stupid then. I don't care, man.
yeah,
Get a red card. You're messing up your team's chances of progressing if you're stupid enough. You got to keep emotions in check. World Cup. These people have been fighting for their lives to be at this stage. You know what? I'm hyped for this tournament now. You know, this show's been banging. I'm ready for this World Cup. I wasn't ready. I was thinking Premier League, man. We just won 4 games in a row. Nunes is firing. Elliott's balling. Do you know what I
the
mean?
timing.
Yeah, Konate is coming back strong, and Robertson looks like the man. Why is this World Cup just popped up? But now I'm slowly feeling it. Yeah, I'm slowly feeling it. So you're gonna be out there, yeah? Right. Amazing.
Yeah, and the kickoff is at 10 p.m. and the where I'm staying it's a studio apartment. It's about a couple of hours away from the stadium.
And you
Using
didn't hook up a
metro.
brother. You didn't hook up a brother. Wow,
Yeah, I was.
man. You got my DMs and this. I'm joking, man. I'm joking. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be some atmospheres. I mean, actually, I want to ask you,
Right. Yeah.
is it gonna be an atmosphere? How are you feeling about this behind the scenes? Is it gonna be the atmosphere that people are thinking? Are the locals gonna be really up for it and into it? Do you feel any hint of the fakeness about it? Like, will those countries' fans get to enjoy it how they want to enjoy it? I know they're tough questions and you don't have to answer any if you don't want to.
Actually, what I will say is personally, I have I have a friend. So his wife is a delegate who works for the foreign affairs. She's an officer in Doha. So he's gonna be a company for 1 year, and he's been telling me that there's vibes now. So there's it's kind of happening. It's been, I think he told me from what I've heard is it's from October. So they start to amp up the atmosphere and all that. So every public places they're trying to everyone's soaked into the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So. And also he sent me some photos of all the like places that attract tourists and whatnot, but in football, in terms of trying to relate with the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Qatar is boosting up the tourism as well.
100%.
I think that's one of the objective. So yeah, I think this is the opportunity for them, and also. For Middle East, from what I heard, it's the end of the year, so it's one of those times where it's holidays and whatnot. So they're trying to pull a lot of people around, and yeah, I mean, I think I just hear some good things from the inside. You know what I'm saying, rather than all this the talks of about the controversies and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's always the case. I don't know what you guys think. If you want to speak on it, you can. If you don't, you don't. I think once the action starts, once the actual football starts, then everything else will be put on the back burner. That's just my opinion. It's just the way it is. You know, there's certain sections that are adamant to script it in a way for whatever agenda, narrative, or fact, or whatever it is. I'm not denying any of it or advocating any of it on either side. I'm just saying, once the football starts, that's what us normal people are here for. We're here for the festival of football. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And as far as we're concerned, we love watching the greatest players on earth get together, get on a pitch, and we can talk on it. That's what we're here for, right? I'm not a politician or advocate of any party or a religion or a way of thinking or a philosophy out here. I'm a footballing philosopher, some may say. You understand? I'm a footballing philosopher. So I'm here to talk on the football, just like we are, just like you guys are. We're here to talk on the football. And I reckon once the football starts, Bilal, We're gonna have so much to talk about. I reckon we're gonna have things to talk about. From what time's tomorrow's kickoff time, is he?
You mean the local time? Or
I think 7 o'clock outside here.
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock rather. 4 o'clock.
So 4 p.m. in UK.
4 o'clock UK. So that's probably like 7 there. No, is it not 3 hours ahead? Probably.
So in Qatar, it's.
I'm just guessing. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably 7 o'clock.
I think it's 6. Because
6,
normally
it's 2 hours.
It's a late kickoff. Yeah, because of the heat and whatnot. So it's in the evening. So the games are shown. Played in the evening for the Middle East.
Yeah.
And
I checked now. It's like they are 3 hours ahead. So it'll be 7 p.m. there. So it'll be an evening fixture for them. For us, the time difference is calm as well. I think this tournament's going to be good, man. I think Qatar, like, I know the controversy, blah blah blah. We've heard about so many things this week and building up to the tournament anyway. But they have prepared for this tournament. Even the traveling that I've seen that they've done to make it easy for fans to just go from stadium to stadium looks good. And I think also the fact that there's not, I know we say Brazil are maybe the favorites in Argentina, but it's a balanced tournament in terms of all the teams. Like, we don't really know what's going to happen. Even though we say, yes, Brazil can win, we're looking at it and every game is interesting. So I think it's going to be a great tournament, to be honest. And even, you remember the Napoli fan you had on, Grizz, a while back, Mohammed, Salad. He's been in Qatar and he's just been showing us like videos about the fans. I saw the Moroccan fans, etc. But it just looks good, man. It looks like a nice vibe. And once the football starts, man, I think everyone's just going to enjoy it 100%.
What I can vouch for from personal experience and a lot of experience is if you take away, and this goes for every country, the majority of every country and the people of that country, if you take away the government and the people that run the country and look at the public and the people, you find it's night and day. So however people are trying to paint
100%.
the Arabs and especially the Qataris right now, you ain't got a clue, people. The government,
100%.
I ain't here to defend the government and their actions and their laws and regulations. Well, I'm not here to vouch for them. I'm not here to say what they've done and is good or bad, either way. What I can vouch for from a lot of personal experience and my friends and my families and extended friends and families as well is them people are some of the most hospitable, humble people you will ever find on the streets. I'm not talking about the governments. I'm not talking about the people that run. I'm not talking about the politics and the politicians. I'm talking about the mere mortals on the street that have no idea or say in the rules and regulated makers. So, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not going to say much more on that, to be honest with you.
No,
but
100%.
yeah, man. I'm kind of jealous now, man. You said hello. You saluted Zuberi, right? You came in. That got me jealous, right? I'm not going to lie, yeah? And Zuberi saluted you back. So I was on the back foot already. I'm looking to split you two up already from the start, right? From the get-go. Then you're telling me you're flying out there and you're going to these games. And I'm thinking, shit, man, I'm going to have to message you up, man.
Sure.
But Barry, man, why are you not out there with him, man? You should have been in there, man, of the World Cup, man.
I'm going to be a little bit of downer. So when I went to Qatar in 2010, I was affiliated with the U.S. government, and I wish they said the same thing you said, Grizz, because they gave me a whole different conversation. They're telling me to pull the curtains up and, trust is slim out there. And so we always had chaperone. We did enjoy ourselves and did a few secret ventures, like going out on some cruise and some other stuff, running into the mall, just some undercover ventures, nothing known to the public. I wasn't allowed to even let them know I'm affiliated with the US. So I've been to a lot of countries under that, guidance. So for me as a regular guy to just say I'm going out there, I'm still going to be thinking that way because that's how they kind of wired me up to think and move. But as far as what you said about the people, listen, I'm well traveled. And the people, man, I've been to some places, and just being me from Jamaica and the way we treat people, what you're saying is spot on. But like I said, I was affiliated with the government here, and they got a little tweaking on my humanity, and so I've undone that programming, but I'm still not just gonna be out there loosely. if that makes sense.
It absolutely makes
That's
sense.
fair enough.
Because no, it's absolutely fair enough. And look at the word you used, and I couldn't agree more. That's because you was wired like that. Simple.
100.
That's because you was wired like that, and this is what they do to us on every level, on every society. So we just gotta have our own wits about us and keep talking, keep mixing with the people, keep talking to the people, like the people. That's what we need to do. Keep listening to each other, keep talking with each other. Look at this. I'm using the most minute example. I'm talking about even footballing, differing opinions.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking
Right.
about politics and religion and whole heap of debate. Before people say, how's
No.
Grizz talking about,
Mhm.
comparing? I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, look at the difference of opinions and variety of opinions we have on this show. But we talk, we smile, and we go about our way. And sometimes we agree.
Mhm.
Sometimes we don't disagree, but we keep it respectful. We keep it
Absolutely.
that word humble. And
Yeah.
that's the way it should be.
Indeed.
And it's not easy. I'm going to use my brother Saeed. Shout out Saeed. It ain't easy,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but we got to work towards making it easier.
Exactly. I think a lot of people, to be honest, right? I studied a lot of this stuff when I was at uni and stuff, and like deep, especially Middle East politics and stuff. And I think a lot of people just need to take some time and maybe look at the context behind how a lot of things were even just set up in the first place, and then maybe you get some empathy for a lot of the things that maybe you don't agree with, or things that you see that you think, oh, what's going on there? Just take a bit of time, do a bit of research on your own time. You feel like doing that, and then hopefully, the sensationalism we have from some people on our side of the world, calms down a little bit. But we just want to enjoy the football, man. At the end of the day, we just want to see good players play. We want people to be happy, and we just want to enjoy the beautiful game like the way it should be enjoyed.
Reverend Knight, that was John who called. He goes, big up,
Good.
because I know we have anxiety coming onto these type of call-ins, but it was easier than usual. Listen, you don't need to be anxious coming to this call, man. I got mugs like Bilal and Zuberi and Omar on this channel, man. You guys are cool, man. You know what I mean? You don't need to be, you know what I mean? You don't need to be. But Tarmizi, man, what else, man? What else? Talk to me, bro.
Zubri was echoed with me on this about the Asian teams. And
I
especially
want to hear about Japan. If
even-
you know, yes, just go take it. I was gonna ask.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so remind us first. Japan, South Korea,
Iran.
the only two,
And Iran,
No,
yeah.
there's Iran, Saudi, and Qatar. There's
right?
5.
So who, in your humble opinion, is the in order of strength?
Best shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So start from the best to the worst, and worst, you know what I mean? Like start from the top to bottom in your rankings for the Asian teams.
I'm backing Japan, backing to the extent that
So they're number one
they're-
rankings, yeah.
yes. Second one would be let's see, South Korea.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
they got a tough
South
group now.
Korea.
Do you not think-
Yeah. But,
Iran, I
it's
would say,
just
have an easier group than maybe South Korea. That's the only thing I would say.
people, listen out, man, because Zuberi's told us Tarmizi is an expert in that side of the world of football. So
I don't want to question the expert. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to question the expert. Tell us.
No.
Tell me.
I'm listening to where
So-
Qatar is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so these are the teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Australia as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Australia. Forgot about
Okay,
that.
so let's go in order. So
so
you've said
Japan-
exactly this order so far: Japan, South Korea.
Yeah. And then
Would you go Iran next?
I think Iran is what I would say with Iran is they've been I think this is the 6th World Cup.
Mm.
And
Wow.
and just a little bit of context that although people say it's a Carlos Queiroz ball because they're playing low blocks, they have European pedigree in Sardar Azmoun and Mehdi Taremi. So it's a prospect that
very good attackers, two
What about-
very good
Exactly.
attackers.
Is that Brighton guy got called? What's his name? Yeah, I can't say his name. Yeah,
Jan Bakhsh.
Yeah.
Yes, another player to look forward on. I'll say because of the group that they're in, I mean the teams that they're in with USA and Wales, I think Iran could nick the 2nd spot as well. So Iran would be my third pick, third on the list. And Qatar will be the next one, just because Senegal lost the key man in Sadio Mane.
Don't that way, yo, you know we're talking about tearful moments this week, bro. That got me, you know. Sadio.
You know, I saw it,
yeah.
I didn't want to comment on it, man. I gave it a few hours and I commented. I said, like, I was down bad, just thinking, man, like watching this guy drag his country to the World Cup and then he just out like that. It's tough.
Badly.
And then,
yeah, let's not make it down too much.
So, Saudi, after Qatar is Saudi, and then last is Australia. Unfortunately for the Aussies,
the boys
that's
down.
That's a good order you
bad.
got there.
Yeah,
I'm interested in that South Korea shout because
people saying Qatar can sneak in there, you know, home turf and that.
No, the thing
accustomed to the weather. Qatar, the weather is brutal, you know.
Yeah, they have that advantage in terms of climate and familiarity in terms of environment. But also Qatar, I just want to remind, they're the defending champions of AFC. So don't sleep on it. And they've been doing this project since they have the Aspire Academy, so they have like a good youth setups over there in Qatar. And I know from a brother in Brunei over here, he's been engaged with the Qatar national team, the fitness coach, and he said like nothing but all the positives about how Qatar pull out all this foreign influence in terms of the philosophy from Europe and South America, you know, trying to gel in and then bring the youth setup to a bright prospect and future for the football industry over there. So, you know, it's just it looks promising over there. And nothing but a better timing with the hosting the biggest tournament in football. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
Grizz, the simplify that last take he made on Qatar, they're coming in the countries, man, and taking up gem and just creating Mbappes in them, man, from other countries. They're running a youth system with the world. Can't knock it, but they're doing big things.
And I don't think they're messing about, man. I'm telling you,
serious business.
It could be serious business. So, you know what I mean? Tomiz is giving us a nice lowdown of some of those countries, man. Bilal, we weren't sure, were we? Like Japan, South Korea, which one is? But I think he's made it very clear. Just so Japan, who's it? Give us the player to really look out for in that Japanese team, Tomiz. I know you could probably name a couple, but give us the one player.
Right. Actually, I think they lost one of the center back. I think 2 weeks ago, who played for Huddersfield. His name is Nakayama. Okay. So it's a big loss for them. But having said that, their attacks, and I know Bilal will back me up on this. And I've been following up this brother who played for Frankfurt, and he knows that, you know, he's a good when it comes to finding a third what do you call this? Attacking thirds.
Yeah.
His name is Daichi Kamada.
See, how did I know? See, I had it up there before you guys. You know, you guys think I only know Premier League football? You guys should know. Grizz knows
available
football,
on a free, man. I can't, like Frankfurt, if they lose him this year, it's going to be a massive blow. But he's been there probably too long. You know, he could get a bigger club, 100%. Even though Frankfurt, fair play, they are a big club with their fans. But still, yeah, Kamada's, he's so good. He's so, like, I just watch him play sometimes. I just think his finishing, his ability to find space, like, he's so intelligent. And that's why I love players. I just look at them and I'm like, you just understand football. And he's just one of those players.
I like Doan still and Eto'o, the defender and the striker. They got some ballers in there, man. Minamino over there too, man.
Kubo, there's a player named Kubo who used to play for Real Madrid.
Yep.
Oh,
the Japanese Messi.
Yeah.
They call him the Japanese Messi. They call him the Japanese Messi. That's what I'm saying. So there's a few to look out for. Tomizi, thank you very much for educating us, bro, on all things on all
Always,
things
always humble.
Asian in World Cup. You know what I mean? So it's been a nice speaking to you. And now that I've remembered where you're from, you know what I mean? We'll keep in touch, bro.
No,
Hey,
Brunei.
big
That's
up
on
to
the,
all
I'm
the
writing
man.
Brunei down. That's on the list. I need
Yeah.
to go there one day.
Look
Yeah,
after
humble,
yourself.
humble.
Take care. See
Bless,
you.
bless.
Assalamu alaikum.
Right, take care, bro.
Salam, brother.
Okay, man. We're coming up to 2 hours, boy. Chat.
That's
I didn't
going by,
expect
you
it to
know.
be.
I'm not
I
gonna
didn't
lie.
expect it to pop off like that, man. Chat's been popping. People in the chat. We have the link to become a channel member. All the guys that have been on are channel members. That's why they've got priority. You may think, why are these brothers coming ahead of us? They're all channel members. This is what one of the priorities of perks of becoming a channel member or a new caller. We've still got Studio Full. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep it moving. The next channel member who's coming in is Jezza. If he's gonna talk about his Chelsea again, I'm gonna just scrub him off the stream straight away. Like, I hope he doesn't bore us with Chelsea talk again. Zuberi, handle his business, man. Handle his business.
Jezza,
Big up,
How are
Jesse.
you guys? First of all, I hope
Yeah,
you guys are well.
big up. Of course, I'm
Hope
joking.
the families
Big
are
up.
well. Hope
Good cop,
everybody
bad
is
cop.
well.
Everything's blessed, bro. Everything's blessed.
Jezza, we missed you last week. It was me, Grizz, and Nur, and Nur came up. I'm putting him under the bus. He came up with a theory that you guys have Graham Potter. You need Coach Potter back. I backed the argument. I doubled down. I said your manager went from getting 5 minutes to get ready, hour on the tactics, to 45 minutes to get ready, 6 minutes on the tactics.
Listen to this theory.
You wasn't here to defend it. We missed you. We needed you to put your perspective on it. But nonetheless, the floor is yours, my brother. Welcome. We missed you last week because we really wanted to talk to you about it. But if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. The floor is yours, my friend.
Of course, I want to talk about it. You missed me last week because I was, the morning of the Newcastle game, I was on my way to work, and while I was in the ride, I just paused and I took a video and I sent it to a friend of mine who also supports Chelsea, and my eyes were watering because I knew what was coming. That was just the Newcastle game, and I know the Newcastle game with the scoreline was only 1-0, but we could have been out there for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours and we still wouldn't have scored. Last time I saw that, we came 10th in the table. But speaking on Graham Potter, I couldn't agree more. For me, there's this narrative where people are like saying, if he doesn't finish Champions League, Todd Bowley has given him assurances that if he doesn't finish in the top 4, which I can kind of understand, but who's to say that he's the right man? Now, I'm not denying that he's not a good coach, but if I just look at the previous 3 examples, because we know the squad is a mess, we know the players need to hold themselves accountable. The Arsenal game was not good enough, especially for a home performance, and neither was the Newcastle game. And everybody is saying that Arteta and Arsenal are the blueprint. And me being a Chelsea fan, I'm not down for the 3 years. And if I look at Sarri, Lampard, and Tuchel, when they had these group of players, they all got to cup finals. And they all finished somewhat in the top 4. Now, I'm not saying I'm expecting him to finish in the top 4 because he didn't drop all the points. Tuchel also dropped the points in the beginning. But like you said, the getting ready, the change of the haircut, the change of the dress code compared to Brighton, all of that doesn't sit well with me. Sorry,
You can't be serious. You can't be serious.
Thank you, Jezza. Grizz, start listening to me. I'm tired of you licking me off, Grizz. Tell him,
Grizz,
Jezza. Tell him.
You can't lecture us about
getting too many members, man.
Yeah, you can't lecture us about underlying metrics when it comes to keeping Curtis Jones and Klopp liking his guys, and then not respect us when we're looking at underlying metrics. When you look at Sarri was oversized tracksuits, regardless of whether he was in West London or not. The only thing he couldn't do was smoke on the sideline like he used to do when he used to coach Napoli. That was the only difference. other than that, he kept the same. And most importantly, we could see something. I think the biggest problem Chelsea fans are having now, because I can only speak for me. I didn't watch Brighton week in, week out, so I practically knew nothing about Graham Potter. And now what I'm seeing is, I don't know if you saw, if you guys watch Eunice, the Chelsea fan, Eunice talks football and all of that.
Yeah, stuff,
he recently apparently went to an open doors training session. Well, the training session was at Cobham, but they invited some fans and things like that. And he was kind of saying that we see similar things to the game. Now, apparently at Brighton, he wouldn't be on the touchline screaming and shouting, barking orders. He would be quite a calm guy, quite a calm persona. And that is all calm. And I'm not saying you have to be, Jurgen Klopp on the sideline. But surely when the players are doing something wrong, surely when you're not seeing things that you want to see, from all the things that I heard about a Graham Potter team, that Newcastle game where we didn't have a shot and the lineups that he's been picking out, yes, he deserves time and it's not his players. But what do you guys see? Because I see nothing. If this is our Brighton players, then I don't know. I honestly don't know. We're a mess now.
I'm with this. I'm with this, guys. You guys are hitting on him because he's got a skin fade. I'm not involved in this conversation for a little while. I'm trying to register what you guys are saying. There's absolutely validity in picking off someone's tactics and approach and the selection. Maybe you guys will know more. No, you know where I'm going with this, and I'm going there for a reason. But you guys are picking off his hairstyle and his change of clothing. I'm not backing this process for a little while. So yeah, you guys got this. I'm gonna put myself on mute for 2 minutes.
Let man get a trim, man. You know what it is with Potter, man? This is the first time, really, if you actually deep it, like he's actually probably come into like a lot of money, like for the first time in his life. Like, because if you look at his career, no, on a real life, no, I'm not saying like he's been on obviously decent money at Brighton. Before he was at Östersund's. Now he's gone to Chelsea. He's getting paid big money. Like he's in London. He's thinking
12 million over 5 years, bro.
Yeah, like he's in, bro. Like it's different. It's just different for him now. So he's trying to just get used to his surrounding. But in terms of the football of Chelsea, like I looked at that team against Newcastle, and like we all knew you were going to lose that game. There was already from that lineup. We're looking. Was it Gallagher, Mount, Broha, front? That's not doing anything for me. Loftus-Cheek, right wing back. Who was?
I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see.
Yeah, Jorginho, Kovacic. I've got it here. I think
we can bring it out for you if you want. We can bring it out.
Bring it up. Bring up that Newcastle lineup, Grizz. Atrocious. Absolutely. What a stinker of a lineup.
Do we really want to waste time on Newcastle?
Yeah, we got
respect. We got respect.
I have a World Cup hot take as well that I wanted to end with, but I really wanted to just ask, because you're the football man. You're the one who was voting for Potter and vouching for Potter until he became a blue, obviously. So I want to know, because this Potter ball thing is not working out. And for me, I'm not necessarily Graham Potter out, because there's no point in being that. But what I'm seeing, not just the skin fade and all of that stuff, it's like if you are not taking charge, and before when he first came in, every interview was, I'm so happy to be here. The boys gave everything. And then in the last 2 games, which kind of makes sense, because I see we've completed our recruitment team and background staff and technical director, which we all took from Brighton again. Now, obviously, for me, now I'm going to judge him now in this recruitment stage, because at the end of the day, if we leave this window without a midfielder and possibly, I would say, a backup right back, because the team is pants without Reece James, and Loftus-Cheek can't keep playing out there. I mean, against Newcastle, we saw Gallagher out there as well. We need another right wing back for when Reece James gets injured again. But then the problem we have is, one, who's going to come of quality, who's going to come play for Graham Potter, especially if we don't look like we're going to be playing in the Champions League next year. And 2, who's to say that the players that he brings in, are Chelsea fans going to be patient enough to, if we have let's say a Caicedo come in, or even a Trossard, somebody that is on form right now, if those are the players that are going to come in, because those are the players that are being spoken about, who's to say that they're of the level?
Listen, I remember, Jezza, you were arguing or denying what I was saying months ago. I said Chelsea's transfer window stunk. I was looking at that squad of Chelsea players and I was thinking, I'm not impressed. I remember saying I'm not impressed with Chelsea, what they've done. The money they spent last window.
Guys, breaking news, man.
What
I'm
happened?
so sorry. Chelsea chat can wait, man. Get out of here, man. Chelsea chat. I'm sorry, Jezza.
No worries.
Benzema ruled out the World Cup.
Confirmed, yeah. You know what? I read like an hour ago. He got
I'm
injured
so sorry,
running.
Jezza. We come back to the Chelsea chat. People, that is another one that bites the dust, man. Karim Benzema officially out of the World Cup. How does this impact anyone's...
Wait, how was this a news? I thought we knew this.
No, when did you know this?
Yeah, I knew this
now,
before
man.
The stream.
No,
he got injured.
Now. He got injured, and they were saying, "Oh, he's gonna miss the first game." We don't know the severity of it, but now La Parisienne, RMC Sport,
all of them.
Shit.
I'm sad, man. You want to see the best players play in the World Cup?
I'm confused right now. I'm so confused right now.
You definitely are confused, Zuberi, because you're supporting England and France, bro.
No. But what I'm saying is, I know
that those countries don't like each other at all.
But I knew that he's not gonna be in the World Cup. Oh, it's the phone call, Grizz. When you call this is the information I was also getting on that phone call before the stream started. Yeah, so yeah, I knew about that.
Wow.
So you guys didn't know?
No one knew, man. What are you talking about, man?
We knew he was injured.
Yeah,
I read that he got injured running. I knew he got injured running, and I knew when I read that he got injured running, I thought it could be bad, because if you get injured and no one's tackled you or anything, like, that's looking bad, innit? But yeah, now he's out. It's confirmed.
You know why? But you know where I'm going with this. How long is he out for? Because you know where I'm going.
I asked a question on, was it Young Bucks the other day? I said to the boys, listen, what signing will Real Madrid make after this World Cup? And with the news of this guy going, man, Real Madrid are going to need another striker. I said maybe if Richarlison has a good tournament, they might just throw a bid in there. He's not really getting a look in at, Tottenham obviously he's been injured, but he's not really going to start up front. They need a player. They need someone to come in. Even the Real Madrid fans, I'm seeing them say he's finished. Man, he's probably finished at this point. Like, they need to move on.
Can people find out? Because obviously we're live here, and I don't want to disrespect the guys by going off screen on a different screen. But can we know? Does anybody know timescale yet? Of course, it's going to be too early. But what kind of injury it is, so then you can obviously gauge roughly. I don't know, man. Yeah. When do we play them, Zuberi? We played them in February, right?
Yes. So the thing is, like I said, maybe I'm in a different world. I knew this, and my point on the news was, look, the guy just won the Ballon d'Or, and then he's just knocked out of this. It's not a good look. I even draw similarities to Salah falling off. Also, not a good look. Yeah, man get 350, and then all of a sudden he's not really up there no more. Man finally got the Ballon d'Or, and now he's not even up there no more. Yeah, he's done, man. Done. So January could be a little tricky or sneaky, but that man always been about vibes and legacy. So I don't think it hurts Real Madrid that much, but it's definitely a big blow for France, because I think a lot of us was really expecting him to showcase himself once more as far as holding that Ballon d'Or, So it's definitely a big blow for France.
It's a big blow for Real Madrid. Like, if they don't get a proper striker in, Barcelona, they're not top of the league right now. Champions League, everything becomes a little bit dodgy if Benzema's not there. Rodrigo's been playing up front in the last.
I was going to say that, Joe.
Yeah, like
Bilal, are we really worried about Real Madrid going in January for the striker they want and not getting him? Is that what we're saying?
Okay, but what striker is that? Maybe Harry Kane to Real Madrid. What are we saying? Because there's not many number 9s out here.
Don't put it out there like that. Don't take that back, man. You take that back. Harry Kane, go over there, man. We're sweating. Liverpool fans are sweating.
Fair enough for you guys. But I'm saying, in terms of the player they will need and the caliber, the level, there's not many. Benzema, Lewandowski, Harry Kane. These are the few strikers I can think of the world who are Haaland, obviously now. There's not many, man. And Real Madrid, they only go for the best. That's why even after they didn't sign Mbappe, they didn't just go and spend money elsewhere in terms of another attack. Of course, they brought Chouameni in, but they're holding out for that superstar number 9, that superstar winger. Mbappe. He said he wants to leave in January, like a few months ago. They said it's not true, blah blah blah. But how is he gonna get out of PSG right now?
No, but it doesn't have to be. No, but January, you're saying January they need to go out and buy someone. Really? Unless it's long term. Yeah. I don't think Benzema's out long term. Ain't that deep.
Are they going to really try and rely on him for the rest of the season? That's what I'm trying to say. You end up with just Rodrigo up front. And is Mariano Diaz still there? It's not good enough, is it, really? It's not good enough. Like,
for Real Madrid standards, yeah. Unless they're looking to convert Hazard into that.
Forget that guy.
No?
Forget that guy,
yeah. Hazard is done, man. He's done.
This is the predicted lineup for France. What are we saying? What are we thinking? Jazza, what
I know is Mbappe is happy.
2 young centre backs doesn't sit well with me, especially with that bozo Lloris in there. Lloris is a good keeper. I respect him. It's not his fault that he plays for Tottenham.
But he's a bozo.
But he's a
good keeper, and you respect him, but you just called him a bozo live on air and screen.
Because he plays for Tottenham. He's a World Cup winning goalkeeper and he plays for Tottenham. That is retarded. Why would he could play anywhere?
He's not that good. That's why he's still at Tottenham. Even the World Cup final, if it wasn't for France being so good.
No, I think
unconfirmed reports from channel member Nila Powell. Tear left thigh is 3-4 months minimum.
No, my wild take for the World Cup, Grizz. I love a good villain story, and I think CR7 might have a sweaty World Cup. You know, where Harry Kane got top goal scorer and scored 5 penalties, and I think he might. I know you're not feeling him right now, but I don't know. I'm the kind of guy, I prefer Batman over Superman, so I love a good villain / vigilante story, and I think he's either going to stink out the place or he could have a sweaty World Cup where he gets a couple of goals in the group stage and then he comes out top goal scorer, maybe picks up a couple of goals in the round, this quarterfinal, and then, he comes back and all of a sudden he has value again and clubs are interested and things like that. That's just my hot take. But with Sadio Mane, I was really hoping to be behind Senegal, obviously being from Africa and things like that. And, when you read about all the stuff that he's doing in that country, it's borderline unbelievable. It's on Didier Drogba levels of investing into your country. And, like these footballers, like African footballers have a bad name. Not a bad name, but one of the things that they're not held in high esteem for is how they give back and how they manage their finances and things like that. And Sadio Mane is setting the perfect example. And for him to be missing the World Cup, I mean, that is an icon. He's what kids that are from that country and from anywhere around the world really are dreaming, that want to be a footballer. They would love to have a career like him, and for him to be missing, like you said, like that was some heartbreaking news. So for me, Senegal are now dusted. So my money would be, or I'm backing, like Avinash said earlier, Portugal and obviously Brazil for the vibes and the dances. I'm really here just for the dancing. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to sob you guys with my Graham Potter story. It's getting a bit late now. We've got what we call load shedding here in South Africa, where the lights go off for about 2 hours, where we get no electricity. I'm going to go catch some sleep now. I'm getting tired. But yeah, the Graham Potter thing has got me down bad. Let's see what he does in January. Grizz, have you heard anything besides the obvious names of Liao and Cuckoos and?
Nope, I don't know. Chelsea.
Do you know anything about the Brighton sporting director that we've taken and head of recruitment?
Nope.
You guys took 5 people from Brighton, right?
They're saying
basically the Brighton team.
That's what they're saying.
What I do know, because it's Liverpool related, and that's the only reason I hear stuff about Liverpool via Chelsea, my Chelsea links, is that you guys are in for two of the players that we're in for. So that's why I know about that. Otherwise, I don't really ask about Chelsea stuff.
Yeah.
I can do if you want me to. If you want me to, I'll ask around. But Declan Rice and Moses Caicedo, both
Chelsea's
of them
targets are obvious.
Yeah,
It's just the
so
Brighton players and the Red Bull players. That's it. That's all they're trying to sign right now.
You guys want Caicedo and Rice, and so do we. I don't envisage getting
BILAL.
you getting both of them. I envisage getting one of them. So.
Yeah.
My dream would be Declan Rice, because he's a Chelsea boy and he wants to play for the club. Would be Declan Rice and Paulinho.
His dad's a
from
Liverpool fan.
Paulinho.
Forget Paulinho from Fulham. Forget him. But but his dad, Declan Rice's dad, is a massive Liverpool fan. I'm just putting it out there, massive.
Yeah, but
I'm not the biggest fan of Rice. But if you guys get him, yeah, maybe it'd be good for you. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't. Well, his contract's coming down. He never signed that contract with the West Ham.
Who? You're not a fan of Declan Rice, yeah? I know you keep saying that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Declan Rice, to be honest. I know people love him. Like, I rated him to an extent, but the levels that we're talking, nah. He's just not for me. He's just not my type of
Well,
player.
in my opinion, he's not the answer. He's not going to all of a sudden make us league title winners. You know,
why not? You need a DM. He's a DM, but okay, I know what you mean.
He's been playing more box to box as well recently.
Priority-wise, you need someone who can score goal.
No.
Goal. No?
I think I don't know if you watch Goonie, the guy who's on Troops' podcast, the Chelsea fan on that one.
We don't watch other channels, man. We're not here to promote other channels,
I
man.
hear
Come
you.
on, bro.
Sorry. Didn't mean to promote other channels, but basically he's been pushed. They've been pushing this motion of which I agree with. I think we need somebody who sits in the six to get more out of the attackers. I'm not saying the attackers that we have now are great, but with regards to the window, for me, I didn't see Tuchel getting sacked, especially when he did. And the players that he brought in were last minute, but I thought he could get more out of them. But now that we've got Potter, he can't get 2 cents out of them.
Let me give you my opinion on what you just said there in terms of getting a six so you can get the best out of your front lads. Getting a mobile or a more defensive six or more able six won't make Havertz, Sterling, Aubameyang hit the target. Which tactical said that? Which tactical said that getting a more defensive DM or more able DM will enhance your attackers? Coaching and better attackers will enhance your attackers. Not a single player. It don't work like that. It can work if you had said to me, getting a better defensively tactical DM will help us create more chances because we can solidify the backline, then fair enough. I hear you. But to say that your strikers are going to start banging because if you bring in Casemiro or Rodri, nah. Your issue is finishing, cold-blooded finishers. You haven't got one. Aubameyang is the one that I thought was going to do well, so I'm wrong
with that
aspect.
I told you guys, you don't want to listen.
No, BILAL, that one you were right on, my good sir. You were right on that.
Well, is it early? Let's relax a little.
No, it's not early, man. You know what it is? Also, another thing with Chelsea, right? I was thinking, like, the fact that they've been playing a three at the back. I know Potter's three at the back is different, and Tuchel was sometimes played good, sometimes more defensive. But look at all the good teams in the league, man. 4-3-3. Even Man United, man, they're coming with a 4-3-3. It's going to get to the point where it's only Tottenham. I know they're surviving with their three at the back, whatever they're doing right now, because of the quality they have with the Kulusevskis, the Sons, and the Kanes, etc. They just got that proper quality up front. But also, I think the formation might become a problem for Chelsea if they keep continuing, not seeing what the other teams are doing in the league as well. Because sometimes you've got to see what your competition is doing. You become easy to play against, So that's another thing Chelsea have to think about. But the way it's looking, if you've gone from Tuchel to Potter, you're going to continue playing in the same sort of fashion. Maybe the goals are going to be hard to come by. I don't know. It's a long road for Chelsea right now. The way it's looking and the money spent already, it's tough, especially with Bowley. They're saying the things that he's planning to do with the team, obviously, it's not the same as Roman anymore. You can't just spend crazy money at it all the time. It's going to end up having to be self-sufficient, man. And
wait, hold on. See, this is what I'm saying, Jezza. Why does he have to? Why does everything around Chelsea rely on he has to spend more and more money? This is why you're so hated amongst, not you personally, we love you. You're our brother. But I'm saying, like,
Thank you.
Chelsea as a club, as an institution, everything's just so fake. Like, why not give a coach? You've employed a young, progressive coach. Why not just leave him now and let him work on the players, and then maybe feed him with a couple of players here and there? You're just saying, no, we just spent 300. Now we need to spend another 300. And if that don't work, I'm already pissed off with Potter's hairstyle and his choice of clothing. So fuck Potter, fuck the players. We want more players, we want more coaches. This is why your club
Even Chelsea fans at work, I've been listening to them speaking, and they're like, I don't think Potter's gonna last any longer. I think he's gonna be gone soon.
Entitlement, this fan base is ridiculous.
It's not that. It's because we don't see anything. When Arteta first came in, he was a
Open your
novice
eyes, brother.
coach. When
You see his
Arteta first came
hairstyle.
in,
You're seeing his skin fade from like thousands of miles away. How are you seeing his skin fade and what number he's got on the top and what number he's got on the bottom? And you're seeing his Gucci trousers or whatever he's wearing. I don't even know. Zuberi put that out in the force. You guys need to get up on Zuberi, who's put that out in the atmosphere about how the way he's dressing and how the way he's looking now affecting his coaching. It's the mostest baloney. Mostest.
Nah, man, it's a direct correlation.
it's an
He's got a
underlying
haircut.
metric.
It's an indirect correlation. It's
Yeah.
an
It's very
indirect
direct,
correlation.
bro.
A haircut is not affecting
It's
his
false
tax-
advertising.
tactical-
I
Bilal,
was
listen to
expecting,
these.
Listen,
I was
man,
expecting some old school English young progressive coach, like he was at Brighton in his oversized tracksuit and number one haircut. He didn't have to now become Mr. West London and walk on the fashion line, because at the end of the day, that's not
thinking
going to get
ahead for the next
players
outfit. Yeah,
and the
thinking
fans
ahead for
to
the
get onto your
But he's
side.
baiting you. Don't fall for this shit. He's baiting you.
Oi,
Nah.
Grizz and
About the
Zoom.
next
What
outfit.
question? Kovacic apparently wants to leave Chelsea. You taking him
Who?
at Liverpool? Kovacic.
You want me to
Kovacic.
go get him now? You want me to go get him now, or
Yeah, you wanna
ready
get-
now? Is he dressed?
It's
Or is he
It's
shopping
not
like
just-
Potter?
It's not just Kovacic that all of a sudden wants to leave. When Tuchel was here, we were hearing that Reece James and Mount were gonna sign back to back. Re-signed a week later, Tuchel gets sacked, and obviously it would come out more. The news would be a lot more negative because results haven't gone our way. But it's now Kovacic doesn't want to stay anymore. Mount also is rethinking about re-signing because he finds himself on the wing half the time. Yes, it's all a mess, but at the same time, this is Bowley's guy. And I understand you saying, why does everything have to be solved with money? But at the end of the day, Abramovich put clauses in there that he has to spend, I think, is it 2 billion within the first 10 years or something?
Listen, Abramovich
ridiculous?
hasn't got the power to enact these clauses. Like, he can't do anything. This club's got
No, but
whatever clauses he put, he can't do anything about them. The only clause
They're
they
null
put
and
in
void now,
was that
brother.
they
They're null
put
and
that
void.
clause in, which is that owners thing that the Premier League just has because of, I think, the Man United takeover. That's the only thing really that could be, looked
Nah,
at if
the
they start
clause
taking
of
money out of the
facts,
club
man.
and stuff.
Because
But
he
you
put
know
a
you said
billion in.
Check this one out, though. You said Kovacic, Bilal, yeah? This is a more realistic one. And this is what I want to ask.
I've been screaming about this one. I need this one to happen because Mount at Liverpool is perfect. That is, for me, what Klopp gets his hands on a player like Mount, you're going to start seeing something ridiculous there. That's my opinion. So
look,
I would love it to happen.
So I think he's going to sign an extension, but the
Me
fact
too.
that he's even having thoughts and there's issues because he's a Chelsea boy through and through. Like
He's a
not
Portsmouth
through,
fan,
but
no, he's a
he's-
Portsmouth
I
fan.
know, but you know what I mean. He's proper
Yeah.
Chelsea, like he's proper Chelsea.
Proper
Like if you want to
Chelsea.
talk, he's proper Chelsea. He's become proper Chelsea. Now,
Chelsea fans are too
how would
funny.
you feel about him, Jezza, like sort of deserting and you're right, something is not right there.
For me, there's other players that need to leave first, because at the end of the day, Mount is in a weird position where he's overhyped and over criticized. There's no in between. He's either fantastic in people's eyes or he's terrible, and that's because
Curtis
he's
Jones.
a young.
Nah, don't do that.
Different.
That's
Nah.
our Curtis
Curtis
Jones. Look at Zuberi.
Curtis
That's
Jones
that's
didn't put
amazing.
Liverpool on his back and take them to a Champions League. Mount put us on his back and took us to a Champions League.
So hear this out. When we had no defenders, when we had no centre backs, in that disastrous season of injuries, Curtis Jones was pivotal in getting us top four in that period. Yeah, exactly. You forget that.
Nat Phillips. Not Phillips, man. Don't do Curtis like that. Curtis never dragged us.
You joker.
Curtis never dragged us.
That Phillips, you
Joker.
know.
Curtis love versus the Curtis hate. I'm loving it today. This
Yeah, you
this
must
guy
be
is
loving
showing
life
Civil
as
War.
an Arsenal fan. I'm happy for you. I'm rooting for you. But my question is,
No.
Have
You
you
haven't answered
started to
that.
believe?
You haven't answered our question yet. Hold on.
Which one?
We're not
The
letting you
Mount
up.
question.
Yeah, the Mount question, man.
We're here for
He's
Chelsea.
gonna
Yeah, we're for Mount.
sign. He's gonna sign. He will sign eventually. He'll sign eventually. I think it's also just perfect timing for him and his people to release news like that out there to increase the amount of money he's going to receive. Because I imagine he's going to want in and around, if not more, than what Reece James has received.
Sorry, guys. I'm breaking to you as a false advertisement. They said it's sweet and crunchy pomegranate. Lord have mercy.
I hate eating pomegranate. I hate eating them, man. Long. It's too much effort, man. But you know what it is with Mount? I just feel like if I'm Mason Mount, yeah, and I could go to like Liverpool right now. I'm packing my bags. I'm gone so quick. Oh, you wouldn't even see me leave the door. Like I would be gone. Even if Newcastle came in, I'd start thinking, if Newcastle get top 4, I might go there. Like one of those two clubs.
Okay, you're taking it a bit far now. You're taking it a bit far now.
You can't see Liverpool. I can't see Liverpool.
The only reason he'd stay at Chelsea, if we're keeping it real, man, is if they offer him that bag, and that's what he's looking for.
Which
like,
they will.
If they're offering him, I don't think he won't sign that 7-year deal that Reece James signed. I don't know who told Reece James to sign a 7-year deal. Like, I wouldn't even recommend it to my players like Saka. Even though I want you to stay forever, I wouldn't recommend you to sign a 7-year deal. So we'll see how that goes with Mason Mount, man. But as I said, there's potential there. He just needs that coach. And that coach is called Jurgen Klopp. So bring him.
I like Mason Mount a lot. I think
My
go on, Joseph.
Sorry, my fingers are just crossed. For me, I don't necessarily care which players stay, which players go, as long as Chelsea are winning football matches. That's why I haven't been too disheartened about, like, of course, I don't like seeing Salah scoring loads of goals for Liverpool and De Bruyne doing his thing, and the fact that they're doing it to this level right now. But at the same time, in the period that both of those players were not there, we were still somewhat successful. Do you understand? So for me, again, like you said, nobody told Reece James to sign a 7-year deal. But at the end of the day, right now, what it looks like to me is that we need players that are going to play for the shirt. Because at the end of the day, after 10 years, their careers are done. I'm still going to support Chelsea. Their lives will go on. Mason Mount will go back to supporting Portsmouth. So at the end of the day, we just need players that want to play for us.
I'm going to get real deep into this on another show, but why should they play for that shirt when that shirt has no loyalty to anything and anyone? You just want performance. If you're not performing after a couple of months, get out of here. If the coach changes his clothes too much, get out of here. If the owner is not spending 300 million, get out of here. Why should they want to play for a shirt like that? And this is a deep question. I'm not going to let you answer now because that's a deep answer. I want you to think about that and think about how you create that loyalty to a shirt and that heritage like Arsenal, Liverpool, and these clubs have. Chelsea haven't got that. So you need to come back to me and think about why would anyone want to play for that shirt in this modern day and age when they know there's no loyalty from that club, from the fans, from the ownership.
Thank you.
And it's a culture. Yeah, it's just a culture. Exactly.
But if it's a money thing, this is why you're going to be a revolving door every time, and you're not going to have an institution built there. If you want to become an institution, you need an overhaul of the club's philosophy and thinking. And signing Potter may be a thing towards that, but only time will tell. Because if Potter gets fed up at the end of the season, he's out of here. He's out of here. Just like you right now. You out of here. Jessa?
Take care, bro.
Hey, Liverpool are above us for one game week, and this is all the score that I'm holding.
We love you. We love you.
No, much love, guys. You guys are my sanctuary on a Saturday night.
All right.
Have a good one, guys. Enjoy the World Cup tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Wicked.
Oh, yeah.
Grizz, you see the direct correlation, right? The money. You call a coach that's not making money bags and just can afford only tracksuit. And Chelsea like, yo, come over here, man. You can go to the designer shop, man. What you saying?
Get out of here, man. All right, we're gonna look through some lineups now Here we go. So this is the French lineup that we're looking at tomorrow. Yeah.
There's one to watch for.
Go
I
on.
hope he gets his chance. Thuram, I'm saying it right. 25-year-old
Marcus
6'4".
Thuram. Yeah, very good. Available in another free transfer. If someone
Okay.
picks him up, it's a good
Grizz.
option.
I'm gonna try to quickly. Let's go through with a few lineups that we're expecting. All right, Tunisia, we don't know too much here, so we're not gonna pretend to know the Tunisian players. Let's be real. Denmark, who's standing out for you, Bilal?
Damsgaard. I've heard good things about Olsen, the centre back. It's a strong team. Mele, I believe that's how you pronounce the name. The fullback on the left. Højbjerg and Delaney. That's strong. This is strong. And Højbjerg, you know, when he starts playing even for Tottenham recently, he's showing like he can ball. He seems like Bayern Munich back in the day. He's got techers. Ericsson.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Zuberi? Why are you laughing? Man's serious about some of the.
Nah, the way Arsenal fan describing Højbjerg, you know,
listen. Sometimes I'm not a fan of him, but when you watch him and you see, listen, he's a good functional.
He's effective.
Midfielder. And Delaney is a good ball winner. He's box to box. He's energetic. He's strong. For a national team. It's a very just solid team. Everyone's kind of at the same level as well. It's always good.
I want to see Dahlberg and Ericsson. Dahlberg and Ericsson.
I don't know if
I want to see how you finish it.
Yusuf Poulsen's been called up. Let me check.
He's a backup striker, the second striker, right?
Yeah, but Poulsen's the problem, man. I always like him because you bring him on and he's effective. I always like Poulsen for me.
As I said, we're going to the next team now as well. We're looking at Mexico and Poland. Few unknowns in this situation in terms of we don't know where they're at. What are you saying?
I know Alvarez in the 6. Herrera is up there in age. Most of the team is up there in age, to be fair.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they're going to have the legs, but the weather might suit them because it's just the same in Mexico, I think.
I hear that.
So,
so
they might be just running on people. I'm not sure how strong their bench is, but this team can do a job, man.
You liking this, Bilal? This Mexico lineup? It's
From
old.
what we've been hearing about Mexico, it's dysfunctional. It's all
Herrera
crazy.
Old, Alvarez old. Wow, man. Jimenez not played too much.
Yeah, Lozano is the only one who's been in and out of the Napoli team.
And look at this legendary keeper. I believe it's his 6th World Cup.
Yeah, I don't know how many fingers he's got, but yes, I believe he might be. Yeah.
What's all that?
Do you not remember how we used to make so many saves? People saying he has 6 fingers.
No, man,
there was one World Cup years ago.
So, I don't want to get into that. Hold on.
Someone told me if he actually has 6 fingers because I believe it still, even if it was.
Yeah, is that Saeed in the chat? Benzema out of the World Cup. Yeah, bro. We chatted up on that. We got breaking news of that, man. We reacted. It's getting a bit peak out here with so many big boys pulling out. All right, how about this Polish team? What are you saying? Some ballers, names that we know. You know, I can't even pronounce that.
Krychowiak, yeah.
I like Zorkowski, you know. I think he's a good midfielder. Zorkowski. That's how you said. He plays.
Zielinski is the guy. Zielinski and Lewandowski is the guys. 2 guys for me, people.
Is the other guy? He plays for Leipzig. The other guy, or
No, that's Szoboszlai you're probably thinking about.
No, he's Hungarian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, right, for me with Poland, I just don't believe.
They can't get off this again. Yeah, it's true. They've had their time, and you know, what I mean, them two set Bednarak and Gilk. Come on,
their defense is dead. Like even
a keeper, dead.
So it's all mad. Yeah, I don't know, but Mexico, that's a toss up. I think Saudi Arabia was also in their group. So what if Saudi come with the energy? You never know. They could pull.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next lineup that I was thinking of. Like, obviously, guys, before people start saying these are obviously predicted lineups, so you know, what I mean, we don't know if they're gonna be the original lineups, but we got Croatia versus Morocco here. You know, this Morocco team. Yeah, good. I'm just this Morocco team, something, man.
There was a great video today that I saw. I think on something Morocco. I'll send it to you, Grizz, YouTube. Like little promo for the whole thing, showed how Ziyech fell out with the manager and how these players chose Morocco because it's their heart. But you look at their team, and it's a good team. From the goalkeeper, like it's a really good goalkeeper. Hakimi, Mazraoui, Roman Said. You know about him being there for me.
I don't like the fact that Hakimi's playing left wing back according to this left back.
Yeah,
sorry,
he'll probably play right back. I saw him play right. Yeah, I don't know with the new manager what he's saying, but. In the AFCON, he was playing from the right the whole time, taking free kicks.
They can switch to be fair and be comfortable. So I'm not worried about how it's lined up.
I like that attack though. Morocco, that attack is good, man. Ziyech, Buffal.
See, individually, I don't rate them like that because people know what I think of Ziyech, man. And Nasri, so overrated as well. Buffett was good at in spells and is one of those guys that hasn't really fulfilled his potential. Roman Saiss at the back as well. But if we go into the Croatia team, some names there that we're very, very used to now. That midfield is like
midfield is top
legendary
tier,
almost, right?
Yeah, top tier midfield, Pasalic, I'm not sure if he's gonna be doing much, man. I never really rated that guy. Perisic always a problem. I'm not too familiar with that striker, but that midfield, man, you can't sleep on that midfield. And come on, is that Degsy in there? Come on, man.
That's a problem, innit?
Yeah, I think the striker plays for Osasuna. So Osasuna, I think I watched them recently. I don't know, did they? I know they lost to Barcelona in the end, but they put up a good fight for a little bit. But yeah, look at the defense. Guardiola, how you say his name?
Guardiola. So basically, and this is the brother that Chelsea was apparently so close to signing. Apparently, they're still in for them.
Apparently it's a deal that they're gonna put for the summer. I don't know how much money they're gonna try to give Red Bull and Kunku and him. That's probably gonna cost them like 140-50 million just for 2 players.
Okay, I don't know if we're gonna have time to go through all of them, but let's get the next one up. This is Senegal versus Netherlands, I should say. Without my boy Sadio, what we saying? The strength obviously lies in, I guess centre back Diallo and Koulibaly. Is that the Diallo at PSG? People,
Diallo.
Am I wrong?
Which
Diallo is this?
I think. Which one? Defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's at Leipzig now, I believe.
Look, why are people making these kind of agendas in my channel, on my channel? Are you trying to fucking insinuate something? Get out of here, man. Grizz always negative towards African teams. How the fuck did you work that shit out, man? Get out of here.
That's right. Even I was
man.
Well, even the African teams are not that great, man.
But how's it they're trying to create a narrative about
as well? Yeah.
Negative, But anyway, I just see certain comments and one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have given it much credence, man. But yeah, without my boy, man, Ismail, a lot depends on Ismail Assar now in terms of their attacking threat, right?
Yeah, Ismail Assar. I think Dieng, Marseille, believes only 22. Like it's not a bad team. It's not a bad team, but it's also not.
It's just not.
Great. And also one thing with and also one thing with Senegal. Whenever I watch them play, they can create chances sometimes, but they always seem to waste a lot of chances as well. So I don't believe in them that they'll be clinical enough to win a lot of games. Even though I don't know, I didn't even have them qualify through their group of Qatar, Ecuador. I think we said Qatar and Ecuador in the end, but yeah, they could qualify. Oh, Grizz, you're mute, I believe.
Sorry, my bad. But then again, this Dutch team don't say nothing to me. What are you saying? I don't. What's this? Is this Dutch team exciting you guys?
Vincent Janssen. I don't know why he's.
That's what I'm saying, man. All right, maybe if he mixes up and brings in the young Xavi Simmons.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? I don't know.
What they can do also that you guys are sleeping on. I know this is a predicted lineup, but just going off this, that Gakpo kid, he can play in the 10, striker, and off the left. And those two up front can actually sit behind him. And I'm telling you, the dude is like 6'4", man. Dangerous guy right there, man. I have him over Diaz. That's how much I rate him.
I think their strength is in the back.
Wait, Gakpo over Luis Diaz.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
Yeah, he likes Gakpo, innit?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Hey, listen,
Gakpo is good, but there's a lot of things to his game that I feel like overall I just don't see it. I see like
me too.
maybe
I'm with you.
Front and
I'm with you.
There. Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something,
okay.
Bilal. When I scout these players, right, and I do the eye test, and then I see FIFA back in my stats, that means I'm on to something. And right now, I'm telling you, Gakpo's up there.
People
could be at Man United in the summer. We'll see. Maybe even in
people
January.
Keep an eye on Gakpo throughout the summer, throughout the World Cup. You know what I mean? Hot take from my guy Zuberi as usual. Let's have a little break from the team lineups and get the next caller in, man. We're gonna get Quasi in the building. Let's get Quasi in the building. Yes, my brother. Hope you're doing very well.
Yes, sir. Good. Salute. What's the brother? How you doing, Zoom?
Another
I'm
member.
good, man.
Another
Bilal.
Zuberi, yeah, another Zuberi member with a salute, man. Okay.
Oh
What's you telling
man,
me?
brother Grizz, Bilal, how's you guys doing, man?
We're doing great, my bro. We're doing just great. I'm
Thank you
eating this.
so much.
I'm
I'm
eating
so
this
excited.
Not so sweet. What they called again?
Pomegranate.
Yeah,
No,
not,
that's
not
very
so
healthy.
sweet pomegranate. They're
No, I
healthy,
see.
but they're
It's
supposed to be
very
sweet.
healthy.
It's not sweet enough for me, man. It's false advertisement, man. As they told me, they're sweet and crunchy. They're neither sweet nor crunchy. But we go again.
No. You're doing a good thing. You know, I'm a fitness guy, so I appreciate when somebody's doing the right thing. You know,
I'm trying, bro. I had a football game today. That's 2 games in 9 years. I'm really broke today. Like financially, I'm broke as well, but I'm broken like body-wise, physically broke today. Like, yeah, I got aches and pains that are into muscles, and
but
I
you
didn't
never
know.
thought that
You know,
existed, right?
No. I knew they existed, but I ain't spoke to them for years and years and years. You know what I mean? So I'm out here today. I'm just here with the vibes. Bilal and Zuberi and the callers have got me through the show today. So big up
It's
these
been a
guys
great
and
show.
the callers like you. Yeah, man. We
It's
out
been a
here.
great
still.
show. I've been enjoying it the whole time. And thank you so much for shouting me out at the Big Six yesterday.
Yeah, I had to shout you about the Ghana shout, man. But even though I said I don't rate them
Bill has been hating on us on Twitter.
No, how about me hating? Tell me what I've said.
I've been watching you, man. I've been seeing what you're doing out there. Ghana is winning this thing. I don't know why. So I have
Just because I said they're not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I have 2 picks. One with my head, one with my heart. My heart says Ghana. I don't care who we play against throughout.
So go on, tell us. Yeah. So
where's your head at?
What's your head saying? Yeah, where's your head at?
So my head right now is saying Brazil.
Okay.
Right? My head is saying Brazil because they are with Argentina. They are one of the most balanced teams from goalie to attack. Argentina, their coach is the reason why if they win, they're gonna win. It has nothing to do with Messi because when this guy came in, when they won their Copa de America, was it 2 years ago or a year ago?
Yeah.
He changed everything and made it sure that Messi just trust me and we're gonna win this. And if you watch the whole game, Messi was not like the big star that he usually is. He was just at the right place at the right time, which was all about the coach positioning him in the right places. No coach in Argentina has ever done that. They've always put him, let's put him number 10. Let's put him attack. Let's try to copy Barcelona. You don't have the players like Barcelona did. But this coach has done very, very well. Brazil is this is their tournament, man. I mean, come on. It's heritage. If Madrid is heritage in Champions League, you got to give this World Cup to Brazil. But it's not just by heritage. They got the players. You know, and they got a deep bench too. I mean, people are not, the attack alone, come on, right? But one thing I want to talk about football. Grizz, you always said football is a humbler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought that football is also a very, very, very cruel mistress?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you could love her, have breakfast in Cairo, have lunch in Rome, have dinner in Paris at the Eiffel Tower, end up in the Maldives, and give her the most expensive diamonds from South Africa. And at the end, she could still break your heart. No matter what you do, football she is not aligned with nobody. So with this World Cup, I'm expecting football to win. The storylines are cool, but some storylines are way too much. Come on. Even Hollywood can't even write those lines. But I'm expecting.
Which one is too much for you?
I love the guy, but the Messi storyline is becoming way too much. And this is why I'll tell you the reason why. Maradona's storyline was created by football. Remember, they didn't even want him there. And he went to the World Cup with 1 foot, the size. He had to wear a bigger size shoe for his right foot or his left foot, I forgot. So his storyline is like football created it. The Messi one is becoming like the media is overhyping it. Although that 1,000 thing, I raise my hands up, right? When he get that 1,000 game for football, that's it. But a few of them is a little bit too much. You know, some of it is social media, of course. Ronaldo versus Messi in the final, that would never happen. If it happens, I'm wearing a Nigerian jersey one day on Grizz Khan show. That one has never happened. But following the bracket, Argentina meets Brazil in the semifinals, right?
Well, depending on a few results and whatnot, right? But let's just try to cover this one thing. Chelsea are trying to sign Ronaldo. This could be interesting. I totally.
Before we move on, can I just say this? Did you see that boy? I heard about this kid that's playing in midfield from Lens. I believe Salih Abdul Samid, something like that. I don't know if that's his name.
For Ghana, right?
Yeah, they're saying him next to Partey is looking good if that happens. So listen, if you can get Partey someone reliable near him, maybe things can change.
No, I mean, our boy from Ajax, Kudus, right? And then him and Inaki is the ones that I'm trying. I'm like all eyes on because
them two up front,
them two up front is going to be something beautiful. The defense, I think we are solid enough.
Talk to me about Inaki Williams, not Inaki, Nico Williams, isn't it?
Nico stayed with Spain. He didn't come. Yeah, so he's not coming. But his older brother is in Ghana.
Sorry,
that guy has space. He's like to me he looks like Tony from Brentford. That type of mold. He is strong. He's fast, and then he got a little bit of techie on him. So
can I ask? But I want to. These guys want to speak about Ghana, right?
Yes.
And I get your love and passion for them.
And then we got people out there say I should talk about our players so that I can convince Grizz.
Tell me. This is what I was going to say. Yeah. Tell me about the players. So you're telling me about Inaki Williams. Okay. Inaki Williams, the Bilbao striker. Is he the
Atletico? Yeah, Athletic. Sorry, Athletic. Yeah.
Athletic Bilbao striker. Yeah. Very quick, lightning. Yeah. Never moved away. Quick. Yeah. Right. Should have moved on to a bigger club to test himself so we can see his true potential. Right.
Right.
People are talking about Tariq Lamptey. Yeah. Okay. Not played at all this season, literally. Yeah. Now he's getting fresh. Now he's going fresh into a World Cup from not playing any minutes going into a World Cup. We're talking about Partey still being the stalwart, the main man.
He's the main guy too.
Again and again. I want to talk about your forward line, man, because I don't know where the goals are going to come from if you take away Inaki Williams. The creativity and the strike force. I agree with you. Defensively, I agree with you.
I think with Ghana, ever since we lost Abedi Pele, the creativity has gone a lot. So
what a player, by the way. What a player.
So usually what they would do is they will put a lot of men behind the ball and try to hit you on the counter. It's a pragmatic, slow game, and eventually we suffocate you towards the end because they're so athletic and energetic. We think we still have a little bit of the same issue with this team, but we have a lot of youngins who have athleticism. So we might have to, balance ourselves out of that. We don't have the techie players, like Abedi Pele's and those guys. So the coach has to find a perfect formation because last time we played, I forget team we played, and the formation he played was just it put everybody awkward. Everybody was awkward until in the second half he made some changes. Then you could see the pattern of play where he want to go. And I know a lot of people go hard on the IU brothers, and sometimes I feel like the federation is setting them up for failure. They should not be starting. They should not be started. They should be coming off the bench if they're going to be part of the team, right? Lamptey does very well with the three in the back where he's wing back, bombing forward and that. So I've never seen him play in the back four. So that to me, I have a little bit question on that. So I'm thinking the coach is going to go three in the back, which suits
the issue.
That's the issue, which I'm very concerned because
it's not good.
It's not good for our midfielders. Partey is not going to play well with three in the back. I promise you. Partey needs a team where everybody's around him, where he is controlling the pace of the game. If it becomes three in the back, the midfield becomes way too open, and he has to run too much. And Arsenal fan will tell you when he runs too much, that causes a lot of injuries. But in terms of the attack, That's always been an issue, Chris. We are not going to score a lot of goals, but we're going to hit you with 1 or 2 goals where it always matter when the goal comes. We're going to waste a lot of chances. I promise you that. But we are going to score goals that matter, like we did in 2010. 2014 was something else. When I have a blur on that one. But I think Ghana is going to cause trouble. We are always that Cinderella dark horse team, so we always cause that trouble. So if any team allows us, like Portugal, we could score and they cannot score back.
Wow.
That
Did you rate the goalkeeper? I don't know who the goalkeeper. I don't know if I remember watching the one they played.
That's also I
didn't rate him that much. Yeah, the goalkeeper's a bit of a problem.
Achilles, yeah.
Yeah,
but the good thing, we beat Switzerland 2-0. So I'm just saying.
Is that enough to go to Uruguay and stick your chest out? They got your ticket. I think it's already purchased.
This is what I'm going to tell you, Brother Zuberi. Let me tell you. Brother Grizz just said that Uruguay and Serbia is a bloodbath, right? This is going to be carnage. So, shout out to Grizz Khan for using his word, carnage. This is exactly what's going to happen. Ghana, Uruguay is going to be carnage.
Whoa. So it's carnage first, carnage. Football second.
What's up?
So it's carnage first, football second.
It's like meeting somebody you don't like. If he steps on your shadow on your shoes, what happens? They might say, I'm sorry, but before they say, I'm sorry, something might already happen before, right?
Qazi, this energy you're giving, I'm worried now because Ghana might lose their heads, man. And Uruguay, the masters of just making you lose your head.
Rattling people.
I will give you that. I will give you that. You are right. You are right. Yeah. You are right on that one. So, but the thing is, the Ghana is this kid. I like this Chris Hughton, former Newcastle manager. He's also one of the technical people who are helping coach Eto'o. So I think these kids, they have a calmer head, even though they have a lot of energy, but they have a calmer head. So that part where you're talking about BILAL, that could be our Achilles heel, but at the same time, against Uruguay, it's carnage.
Basically, if you want the team to be calm, just don't ever play Andre Ayew. You can play Jordan Ayew, don't play Andre Ayew. Because you start playing Andre Ayew, that guy, he's going to start moving mad in that kind of game. But I hope Ghana just play like a 4-2-3-1, man. Keep it simple. Kudus, Inaki, Suleimana, and play Jordan Ayew on the right, and then just give it a go, man. That's the way I'd play.
I agree with you on that. But the thing is, if we do 4 in the back, there's 1 or 2 players that
it's not bad. You play Lamptey, Jiku, Salisu, and what's the other one? Mensah. That's all right. It's all right back 4. I think it will get you through the games, especially now that new boy is coming next to Party in the midfield. That's changed the dynamic.
I need to ask on one player. I've just remembered that he is Ghanaian, and this is my guy. I love this guy. Forgive me because I completely forgot and I didn't realize he's Ghanaian. So forgive me. Tell me he's part of the squad. Tell me he's there.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Starboy settings.
Hey. If you don't
that's
know,
what I'm saying. It's gonna be based on where the coaches put everybody.
If you don't know, get to know. Kamaldeen, shout out Yunus. Thank you very much. Kamaldeen Suleimana is my guy, The reason why he's my guy is because Liverpool scouted him about 1.5 years ago, and that's where I got to hear about him, because when someone told me about this name, I started taking an interest in him. This guy is quality, man. It's a matter of time before he gets snapped up by a major club. So Kamaldeen Suleimana, remember that name, people. Remember that name. But yeah, man, look, here's what it is, man. Ghana, man, Zoobs, man, you've been quiet on this chat, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm actually waiting for you to get rattled. You're very calm. Is Uruguay going to be as calm as you? Grizz, the man said it's going to be carnage against the team you're carrying.
Whoever is going to be the calmest will persevere in that game. So it's in their best interest to be calm. And if they got a man like Chris Hughton, who's a very calm guy on the technical team, he needs to get that calmness throughout the team. Otherwise, they will suffer. Because Uruguay will but then again, we know certain brothers on the Uruguayan team that I'm not the calmest.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones. They know how to just play the game, man. It is what it is. They know the dark arts. But Ghana's coach, he's highly rated, man. He's at Dortmund, big reputation, like big potential. So we're hoping that he gets that team together.
And he's also a very calm person too. So
yeah,
you know, all he has to do is pick the right people in the right places. You know, we talk about club that are doing the same thing. You know, sometimes, especially now that our midfield is very old, we like put the right players in the right position, let them play their favorite, formation. But I'm excited. I mean, tomorrow when that ball is kicked, I've already counted how many times I'm gonna be sick. Calling work, like I'm gonna be sick on Thursday. I'm gonna be sick on the following Monday. It's gonna happen. I mean, I got a lot of vacation hours left.
You're gonna use them. You're gonna use them, right?
Oh, beautifully, very, very. I mean,
I
might even go. I know the boy Blue Chip was in the chat. I might try to go find him and maybe watch a match with him in the Bay Area or something.
I'm gonna try to bring up the teams right now and get you even more excited because your first game is like Portugal, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
See that formation, I would love this formation.
So this is what you want to do as well.
I would love 4-2-3-1. I'm a big proponent of 4-2-3-1. Yeah.
And you think all the players right here are in their right profile and everything, right?
I don't know why Amati's there, but hopefully Salisu comes in.
Yeah.
Who?
Salisu. I think Salisu will start.
He's had problems with the team, though. That's the thing. Maybe, I don't know if they're forgiving him completely.
I like that Kudos, Solomon, and Williams. That IU is pissing me off. I'm not like.
Yeah, I don't think IU, but he might start at U4 because he's the captain.
That's what I'm saying. So who's your option if no IU? Because the other three look nice to me.
It'll be Jordan IU, one of the IUs.
I'll play Jordan IU. I will be one of the IUs.
Jordan should play, but not Andre. 100%.
And the back four is nice. Well, Amate's got experience, man.
No, they'll play. I think against Switzerland they played Salisu and Amati.
Salisu and Amati. If he goes back three, then he'll go Salisu, Amati, and.
So what's he been playing? 4 or 3 at the back?
The last time I watched them, I think they played 3. But the Swiss game, I believe he did 4.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1 in the Swiss.
4-2-3-1, yeah.
So what's this brother next to Partey, Samid?
This is the kid from Lens, and
okay. So this is the guy that you like. Yeah, you've been hyping him up, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a few things that he was doing, and Lens right now they're flying, man. I got one of my guys playing for them as well. So yeah, Lens right now they're flying, having a great season, and they got some ballers. So he's only 22 years old, so he can make a name for himself this tournament.
I'm telling you, kudos.
That's the guy. I was just gonna mention Kudos. That's who I'm looking forward to see.
Kudos, man. That's the dude I'm looking for. Him and Williams is gonna be a problem.
Interesting.
That connection, if they get it right.
That connection, if they get it right. And with Partey,
Yo, what did we do in the predictions, man? Did we write them off completely?
No, you forgot about me, man. Bill,
yeah, you guys.
Because you remind me. You remember. I said Uruguay top. I'm pretty sure. And we might
chose Uruguay and
Portugal second, probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I said Portugal just though. I wasn't ready to give them like flowers and that.
Don't get it wrong though. We were cooking Portugal. I said the coach, listen, he's going to play the Chaco brothers of Carvalho, Pereira.
Well, if we move it up to the Portugal team,
oh my God, I already see the Chaco brothers, man. They're there.
See, I don't think if he plays this, they're dead. I'm saying it right now, live and exclusive. If he plays this, they're dead. Hold on, man. Let me just scratch my back, man. Sorry, carry on.
This team would be disgusting, man. If I see Carvalho, Ruben Neves, I doubt
this is disgusting if he plays this.
The manager never used to use him
this is ridiculous if he plays this. He surely plays Liao or Felix in there. Surely.
Have to play them. And you've got for me, the Carvalho Pereira thing, and even the fullbacks, like they're good going forward, but I don't even trust them, to be honest, defensively. And in the World Cup, even we'll see with France now. I know Benzema's out, but I'm interested to see, because I know he's gonna Deschamps gonna play Lucas Hernandez, not even Theo Hernandez, left back. He's trying to be solid at the back and then build from there. We'll see how Portugal look, man, in that first game, but right? This kind of team, it just puts you like, why?
Puts you off.
Yeah, it puts you off, man. It just puts you off. No Felix, no
Look at this.
Liao.
No Jota, no Jota's
Vitinha.
injured. No Felix, no Liao, no Renato, no Vitinha as well. He's going to play.
Renato didn't even get called up.
Renato's
No,
going
he
to get called up,
didn't.
yeah, but that's fair enough because the guy is going to get injured
Nah,
after
but-
one. You can't be relying on him. Come on.
But listen, if you watch Portugal, nearly all of their tournaments, the bright spark has always been Renato Sanchez. For me, you just take him based on that alone.
But that pace, that attack is dead. I'm telling you now, that attack has got no pace.
No.
No.
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir. Go for it. Sorry,
Quick question
sorry.
for you guys. I told one of my mates that Portugal, without Ronaldo, will be a team to be scared of. And then you're like, why? I'm like, no, Ronaldo will be the reason why they don't win. I'm saying this.
If he picks the players in the right position, because I don't even like that centre back pairing. I don't like the central midfield pairing, and I definitely don't like the attack. He's still got the players and talent. I agree with you, but we won't see it because he won't pick them.
He won't pick him because I feel like they have a better chance playing 4-3-3 with the young players they have than trying to go 4-2-3-1 just to please
Dominate
Ronaldo.
the ball.
Yeah, it will make
Get
no
Ronaldo
sense.
out there.
Get Ronaldo out there.
They have to play Liao.
I just look at the time. It's been 3 hours. That's my cutoff point. 3 hours show has flown. Quasi, big up yourself every time.
Thank you
friend.
so much. I appreciate
Good
you,
luck.
man.
Good luck with
Bilal,
Ghana and your team.
stop hating on Ghana.
I'm not hating, bro. If you're playing Uruguay, I'm supporting you guys, man. But
Okay,
Fair
thank
enough.
don't let me down. Don't let me down.
No, we're not letting you down this time. We're going far. I even changed my bracket. I made Ghana maybe to the quarterfinals with Germany.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wait,
I changed
before
my bracket.
we wrap up, let me see if I
Yeah.
can get this up so I can just show you guys this.
Yeah.
I was meaning to show you it earlier. Yeah, here we go. Just end on this banter. It's coming up, guys. Don't worry. Anticipation. Get the drum rolls out, and here it is. This was Samuel Eto'o's prediction for the World Cup. I think
He's
we
the
just
greatest,
ended
man. Samuel is the greatest. Yep, Morocco versus Cameroon. I saw this. I was dying.
Yeah, that's just banter, though, isn't it? He's just
Yeah.
fucking joking. He's trying to wind up as many people as
Everybody.
he can, innit?
Everybody.
He's trying to
What,
wind
right?
up. Quasi, look after yourself.
Oh, man. Thank you
Catch you
so
soon.
much, brethren.
Bye-bye.
And
Take care.
Take care, bro.
Yeah, bro. People in the chat, still 200 living with us. Can you all stop what you're doing before you leave? Smash the like button. Subscribe if you unfortunately haven't.
Mhm.
I don't know why I have to keep reminding you about these things, but looking at my likes it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? But guys, we done 3 hours there, and I didn't even feel that. So that's testimony to you two first and foremost, and the callers who was second to none. What we doing? We got anything lined up? Oh, we got the World Cup draft we're trying to line that up, aren't we, Bilal? So we can look to do that someday in the next week or something.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we're gonna have regular shows on sort of the events of the daily matches. Bilal might join me in some of them. I might go solo in some of them. So keep an eye on that. We'll try to catch up with that. But yeah, man. Anything else to say, guys, before we call it quits?
Yeah, man, just hit the like button, become a member, hit the join button, all of that. And yeah, man, it's this show, it's flown by today. And just I just want to say, big up Ronaldo, the real one.
The real one. What a guy. Zoobs, what are you saying?
Nah, man, people smash a like, tell a friend to come over here next week. You know, this is good conversation and good vibes. You know, I think Grizz is fully recovered. He's going to play football again next week, and we'll be back here again.
Calma on that one. We out of here. Take care. This has been the Kall Khan Show. Peace.